Sorry, I forgot to switch the mic. Turn it way down. Sorry. It's really loud, too.
Hopefully there's sound now.
There's sound now. Let me move the chat off your face.
Hey, ChemDog. Hello, Nick.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I was saying that I had this Grogu, and I started off by saying that, and then I realized that was a weird thing to say, so I showed it to you, but then you couldn't hear what we were saying. So that's what that was, in case you were wondering. That's not us. This is us.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute. How's it going, everyone?
Big time objective with the awesome Absolute Batman profile pic.
Nice. We love to see that.
Nick and Big Time doing good. Just a little tired, but that's what happens when you gotta drive around and pick up comics
and Pokemon cards.
And needed her Pokemon cards.
You needed Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves.
I needed Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves because I was gifted Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I realized because I sold all of mine, I don't have sleeves anymore, and I like my cards to be protected.
It's good to have sleeves cards. Yeah, I agree.
Did you read Psylocke #1?
Psylocke #1
came out today.
It did. You went to get the comics.
Yeah, I was looking at the list. I didn't even look.
I don't know. Yeah, did that come out today? I thought that was next week.
That's
Really? Today?
We also love comics big time.
I didn't know about that one. But look, I didn't pick up the comics this time. That's all Duck.
I just went.
Duck says, I just looked at the list.
I just looked at the list that you gave me. I grabbed those comics and that was it.
From the ashes.
Mage, hello.
Let me look. Really? It came out today?
Came out today.
Dang it. I'm going to need to get one of those. How come there's no colorist listed here?
Sure, there were lots. Black and white.
I'm sure we'll have an option. It's not black and white, is it?
No, I don't know.
Oh, even if it was, you still need colorists for that.
Hey, Harlan. Yes, it was announced today. Thank you, Big Time. Zatanna's getting her own series in 2025.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. She deserves a series.
My watch picked that up for some reason.
Yeah, your watch was like...
It was like, yes.
Sign us up for that, Zatanna.
Zatanna is getting a
It's series. Like, yes, can confirm. Okay, so everything is set. Everything is good. I don't know where to put those.
I don't know.
I don't know. Put them over. Sorry, I have this alarm. I know.
So many things on this table.
I've got a lot of Grogus on this table.
A lot of things. All right. So let's get right into it, everyone.
Should we? Yes. Shall we? We shall.
What did we read?
What did we read? We finally read Batman issue #2.
I'd say that's the big pull from this week, or one of the big pulls.
Well, I mean, there's a lot this week. I mean, Psylocke came out. I can't believe you didn't grab Psylocke. I can't believe that I didn't realize that I thought Psylocke was coming out next week.
I was too excited about this guy.
G.I. Joe, also good. And we got the A cover. All the A covers were gone. Rapala is asking, how are you doing, Duck?
I'm good. Just excited to talk about some comics.
Yeah, we are eating good, Disgruntled Dev. New Zatanna. We're eating good lately. We are in a new era. When Duck was at the shop,
there were tons of people who were new to comic shops. Like, the Absolute line has, like, brought in new readers.
So many people, apparently.
I was talking to the owner.
Our shop owner.
The shop owner, and he was saying, yeah, it's, like, packed all the time now. Everyone's, like, here looking for these new Absolute comics because they want to get into it. Which is great.
I don't know. Do we keep the light on? Light on or light off?
I don't know. Whatever.
All right. Let's see how it looks. Why does everything always look so shitty on this camera? I have the other camera, but that one always freezes.
Oh.
That's still too bright.
That's so bright.
That's as low as it goes. I guess we just do that. I need to adjust some things.
Mm-hmm.
I need to adjust our camera.
Yeah, Absolute Green Lantern and Absolute Flash and Absolute Martian Manhunter coming up next. Excited for all three of those. Those are going to be good.
This is us.
Hello.
There we are. Hello. We're in a box now.
I'm actually very much looking forward to Absolute Flash. I think it's going to be a cool, well, I mean, the way it sounds, the setup is almost going to be like early Peter Parker days of like superheroing.
Ah, yes. Early Peter Parker days of superheroing. Always a good time. I don't know how to put us here. This is good.
Where's Absolute Snapper Car?
So yeah.
In hell.
We got Absolute
Hell.
Batman. From Absolute Hell, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I keep flip-flopping between... Sorry,
Whoa.
just smacked my mic. I keep flip-flopping between which one I like more. Absolute Batman or Absolute Wonder Woman #1.
This camera just readjusted and decided it was going to go really dark. I didn't even change anything on the settings. All I did was open up the settings. It was kind of fine because before it was really washed out. Does this fix it? Focus.
I thought it looked fine before. But...
I think it looks better now. Okay, so.
Mage on a 3-stream streak. Streaking on in.
This is Absolute Batman. It's a freaking banger, everyone. Amusing said this earlier. Some other people were talking about it in chat. I won't get too far into it because I don't want to spoil anything for people that haven't read it yet. You should definitely read it. That's what I would say.
Whoa, Amusing Streamer 7-stream streak.
Whoa, congrats on the 7-stream streak. And I also love Joe from Far Sector. Let's go, big time objective. Where are my Joe Moline fans at? Get in here. Sojourner Moline is just my favorite Lantern. Honestly. But yeah, so basically we're going into some of the past stuff, obviously, which we already knew from issue 1. A little bit of origin stuff. A little bit of present day stuff. A little bit of party animals stuff. Lots of Alfred discussing things and observing things.
Oh, no worries, Mage.
Duck read Alfred in this and had a very interesting voice that I now won't be able to hear. I won't be able to hear any other voice now when I read Alfred. You want to do your voice?
I don't know if I can do it on command. I need to.
Do you need to read it?
I need to read it.
Oh, okay. Do you need to? Can you see?
And for my part, I've tried to help him. Added surveillance protections, because the more he disrupts, the more Sionis steps up to the battle. The more data I collect, which gets me that much closer to leaving Gotham.
Gotham.
Are you reading regular Batman, Amanda?
Me? No, I'm not reading regular Batman. I haven't read regular Batman in a while.
Since Zdarsky took over. You
yeah.
hate Chip Zdarsky.
No, I like Chip Zdarsky. I don't dislike Zdarsky. That's not what we're doing. But I haven't read it. No, I haven't been reading it. Should I be reading it? Sell me on it. I'm reading too many things and also not enough things all at once.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's just too many good comics out right now.
There's too many good comics out right now. It's great. I'm not complaining about it, but yeah.
I'm also very much looking forward to Justice League Unlimited.
No worries, Cherry. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for hanging out. And my pleasure, my friend. My pleasure.
Platinum.
The
500 bits.
Hey, thank you so much for the 500 bits. That's a wheel spin, which we haven't set up the wheel, but
no.
Do you want to change a few things on there? I'll let you review it before we spin it.
Let me figure this out.
To make sure you're good. Do you want the marker?
It's so dusty.
Yeah, I need to wipe it. I know what people I think were saying that my wheel looked scuffed last time. I was like, I'll wipe it down.
You gotta wipe it down.
Well, I do wipe it. You can't blow the dust on.
I just saw it come off.
It's chalk dust.
Yeah, there's a lot of chalk.
I use it a lot. Latinum, thank you so much for the 500 bits. We'll give you a wheel spin. Also, Chris, thank you for the bajillion subs earlier, by the way. Thank you again. I did spin a bunch, but technically I still have 5 spins left. But I'm going to do those 5 spins, I think, during our Bigfoot playthrough that we're doing on Friday
Mhm.
with me, Duck, and Lucy, because I feel like that will be a good place to use those, if that's cool with you. I also need to clip something earlier. I did a positive affirmation for you. I wrote down the time code. I just got to clip it. What do you want? You want me to write it? You want me to wipe it? Just wipe it with your finger. Don't wipe it with your start.
That's how you get this business.
This business. Big Time Objective, thank you for following over on Twitch. Appreciate you. I like Birds of Prey. Kelly Thompson is an awesome writer. I agree. I also like Kelly Thompson. I haven't read the Birds of Prey. Well, I've read bits and pieces of it. I've seen stuff. I've seen things. And I think I would really like that Birds of Prey run, so... I was thinking about, actually, I think I got the first issue of Birds of Prey.
No, you didn't. You got the second because they didn't have number one.
Oh, because they didn't have number one. But I think that's all I got. I don't know if I collected any more of it. Okay, what are we writing in here? Pick a comic for us?
Yeah. Norval said, I quit regular Batman after 3 Zdarsky story arcs. Don't know if it got better. Well, he's almost off the book. I mean, if that'll entice you to come back. Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee are coming back to do Hush 2.
Hush 2.
In a couple months.
The Hushening.
Yeah, the Hushening. So if you like
Even though, as I was discussing with Sasha, whoa, Chris, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Chris. Sounds good to me, says Chris. Thanks, Chris. And thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
Lord.
Whoa. Welcome on into the Fang Gang. Wraith, WPN, Rodolfskin, Trilike, Critter Nation, Blue Jays, The Real, Assassin. I'm waiting for The Real Assassin, Big Time Objective, Disgruntled Dev, Green Insomniac, Spanner Basher. And thank you so much for gifting a sub, Anonymous Friend. Welcome on into the Fang Gang, Razor's Edge. We need to update the sub goal. I'll wait till Duck is done.
Sorry, we gotta catch up with a lot of chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat, but we're also chatting.
Yeah,
we're chatting.
Just saying. Yeah, I enjoyed Zdarsky's. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic.
Oh
it's like,
my gosh,
what
Chris,
the hell?
what the hell are you doing? Chris!
Disgruntled, yeah, I know. Hush 2, it's happening. It's hushening.
The Hush is hushening. It's not even the second Hush, but it's Hush 2.
We already had a Hush 2.
That's what I mean.
And it was good.
Tiber War, welcome in. Pajikov, Row for the Win, Elrond, Casual Slam Jam, Torrent,
Low hit, these are all
Silvers,
new
Let's
subs.
91, Commander 562, Wemmy.
New subs over on Twitch.
New subs over on Twitch. That's what's happening.
Welcoming
Look at this.
them into
Look at
chat.
this cup over here. Look at this. Can I hold it? Yeah. Look at this cup. It's about to explode. My cup is ready to explode.
Couple more bits.
And that cup will be everywhere. What should we put for our other thing? So you get to pick a comic.
Yeah,
that's one of the ones.
you already added that, right?
I did.
Thank you so much, Chris. Very.
Oh, my mage! What are you doing?
Okay. So we got finished this wheel. You read that. People on YouTube, for things that are happening, we're getting a lot of subs over on Twitch.
Getting a lot of subs over on Twitch.
So
that's what's happening.
Getting a little crazy.
It's getting a little kooky.
Oh my god, the bits.
Oh, whoa! Exploded. See, I told you. So that's 21. We got to do a spin for Latinum, and then we got to do 20 spins for Chris, and then we got to do 5 more for Mage.
Yeah, so
I don't even know actually what I was at before. What was I at before?
I don't know.
Oh boy. Can I say cancel? Okay, I think it was 52. Is that what we were at before? 52, so that brings us up to 62, 72, 77, isn't it? Because we were at 72. Oh, 70, with the Anonymous. We also did a spin for Anonymous.
Yeah.
Anonymous spin.
So 26. Okay, hold on.
Wow.
I'm going to try and catch up with
We're
things
almost
here.
at our movie watch-along unlock.
Do you prefer normal Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, or the absolute Trinity? It is way too early to really make a guess, or sorry, to make a statement on like which is superior. Right now, I am currently enjoying absolute Batman more than regular Batman.
What was the question?
Do you prefer the absolute Trinity or the main continuity Trinity?
Oh, well, we just met the absolute.
Yeah, it's
They're
too
not
early.
a Trinity yet. They're just people.
He just
Doing
means
their
like
own
the
thing.
characters. I just shortened it.
Oh,
But I really like where they're taking Wonder Woman. I think we're gonna get some cool stories out of that. Same with Superman. I think all three have like a lot of potential to just do really cool stuff. Chris with another 500 bits.
whoa, Chris! Thank you for the 500 bits. We're at a level 6 bits goal net. Whoa! I don't even know. Write this
You okay?
down. I'm dying. I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
I just got here. Haven't read anything from this week. Don't worry, low hit. All I've read is Absolute Batman.
We usually just discuss
Number 2.
things. We usually don't have time to read these before we get here, but we try to read a little bit of something.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we try to also not really go deep into spoilers or anything like that. The chat usually is, I think, pretty good at also keeping it pretty spoiler light because there's stuff that we haven't read yet. So you are welcome here, Lohit. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, so that's
favorite
one.
Hush stories were by Paul Dini. 100% agree. Dini did the best Hush stuff.
Disgruntled said for Monsieur Duck, I quite like the whole Zura saga.
I also like the Zura stuff.
From what I've heard of it, it sounds really good. Like I said, I haven't been reading along, but that is a thing. Okay, 20 for Chris.
Yep.
And then another one for Chris, actually, because we got 500 bits. One for Anonymous, and then 5 for Mage.
Yeah.
5 for Mage.
So
Is that it? I don't think I missed anything.
No, I think
Lumix, thank you so much for gifting a sub. 1 for Lumix.
1 for Lumix.
Just D1.
Started collecting Superman comics in '93. That's like Death of Superman,
This is a lot
right?
of spins we gotta do.
I'm not really good with dates, but I'm pretty sure '93 was Death of Superman.
We gotta do a lot of spins.
Talk of the Town is the
Gamma Churchill, hello.
Swizz concert happening next door to me. So much fandom that the streets have been renamed.
So Fandom Street?
Fandom Street.
What about Hyde Street? You can always end up there.
Christian said I was lucky to have a cameo in Absolute Superman on page 14. Bearded Miner.
Bearded Miner. Bearded Miner represent.
Anyone read G.I. Joe #1 yet?
But this is amazing. And I still need to decide. Guys, should I do another video on issue 2? Should we do videos by issues or should I do them by arcs? I don't know what I want to do with this yet. But this issue, you know, it confirms some things that I said in issue 1 is what I'm going to say. My review, I was talking about some points and talking about the importance of some things. And I remember Duck and I were having this conversation and Duck was like, I don't know if it's like that level. And I was like, trust me, it's that level. And I was just talking about some of the emotional weight and how I prefer this origin, I think, to even any other origin that I've seen so far for Batman. Story Prime Earth, story main continuity. Obviously, still love that Batman, not knocking it, just saying this is doing some stuff that is just heightening the emotional weight. And I talked about that, and then I went on this whole rant with Duck about it like I'm doing right now, except without saying it because I don't want to spoil anything. And then Duck was like, I don't know if it's that level. And I was like, oh, it's that level. And they acknowledged it in this issue. So I felt very seen in my observations.
We'll spin in a bit. We'll spin. Let's get through this.
Okay, we're going to get through some stuff and then we're going to do some spins. But don't worry, we have all your spins written down. So anyone that subs, gifts subs, becomes a member on YouTube, gifts a membership, sends $5 super chats or 500 bits, you will get spins.
I was like, we have chat to catch up on.
Well, I mean, chat will be chatting. Our chat is always popping when we do Talking Comics, and you and I are also talking, but we will do our best.
Do our best to keep up with
you, chat. We appreciate you all for being here and chatting with us. I haven't had a chance to get to G.I. Joe 1 yet. No. Okay. Yeah, neither have we.
Issue 2 of Absolute Batman. New
Chemdog says,
Absolute Batmobile.
Amanda, I recently heard that Sacha Dhawan is going to voice his master in Big Finish audios. Interesting. That would be awesome. I love Sacha Dhawan as the Master.
I don't know any of those things.
We're talking about Doctor Who. You know the Master? You know, back when we had the previous Doctor. Sorry. Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you know the Master? That's Sacha Dhawan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Sacha Dhawan. Does that answer your question?
Answers my question.
You liked Sacha Dhawan as the Master.
Didn't know that that was his name.
That's his name, Sacha Dhawan.
I don't Doctor Who if people don't know about
You
me.
know some.
I know
Pretend.
bits and pieces.
You know Doctor Who. You don't know it. You're not as Doctor Who as I'm Doctor Who.
You just said a bunch of words and you looked at me and you're like, right? And I was like,
Well, I'm excited. Duck is, I don't know. Duck is on another Doctor Who level, I guess. But I'm with you, Chem Dog. That sounds awesome.
oh yeah, he was Steel Serpent and Iron Fist. That show had so many good things about it, but it sucked
I only
so hard.
watched a little bit of Iron Fist, so I don't know. He was in Iron Fist?
I really wanted to. I completely skipped season 1. I jumped in season 2, episode 1, because like it had just come out, and I was like, let's check it out. And I really enjoyed that episode. And then episode 2 happens, and it immediately destroyed all the good faith that created. And I was like, I'm never watching this again. I can't get through this.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Iron Fist, it was a thing. It was a time that happened. Iron Fist season 2 is such a huge improvement, says Amusing Streamer. But season 1 was terrible. I've only seen a bit of it.
Darren.
I
What?
couldn't. I don't know. Is that an actual question?
I
don't know if that's an actual question.
don't know.
I think Darren might be trolling us. As far as I know, no. But also, you don't have to talk in all caps. You can.
Never
Don't
heard
have
of
to
this
yell.
person before
It's
in
all
my
good.
life.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got to a level 7 or a
7
level
hype
6
train.
hype train. Thank you so much for the hype train, everybody. I appreciate you. Everyone that supported over on Twitch. Hope you enjoy the level 6 emote.
Enjoy.
If you get one, I hope you enjoy that.
So yeah, I think it was Lohit talking about Conan. Conan's real good right now.
Conan is peak right
I
now.
love Conan.
We're in a good Conan era.
Yo Joe, now you know.
Yo, Joe. Okay, I gotta adjust this. Just give me a second here.
You gotta adjust your goals.
I gotta adjust my goals. Let's start a new goal.
1 million bits.
1 million bits. No, I'm just gonna make it 2,000 for now.
Okay.
Just because we completed our last one. My favorite is someone asked me one time, what is the bits goal for? And I was like, to pay my rent. I don't know. I don't know. When the bits goal happens, we'll get up and we'll do a cartwheel.
Yeah, that
I'll do a somersault. I can't do a cartwheel.
Conan the Chimerian.
Or I can do another shoulder roll for you guys. I think people liked it when I did the shoulder roll. Probably because my butt was in the air, but also because shoulder rolls are cool.
Let me ask chat if anyone
This is the new
knows the
NYX,
definitive
by the way.
answer, because I've never seen any. I haven't seen the live action Conan movie. I know I'm a scrub, but is it Cimmerian or Chimerian?
I say Chimerian,
I've always said Chimerian because that's how I've read
but
it.
is that wrong? It's hard when you read stuff.
Oh, don't even get me started. There was a kid I got in a fight with in elementary school who was convinced that Cletus Cassidy's name was Carnage.
Carnage?
Yeah, not Carnage. It was Carnage.
That's not correct.
Because there was a character, I think it was
Okay, good.
in
I was making sure my camera wasn't flipped. Doesn't need to be
Tailspin.
flipped
There was a
forward.
guy named Don Carnage.
Don Carnage. Did we both read Absolute Wonder Woman? We did.
Yes.
Yeah, we did. I did a video on it actually, Gamma, over on YouTube.
Everyone's saying Cimmerian.
Cimerian, so it's an S. Cimerian?
Cimmerian.
Cimerian.
The hard S.
We've been.
Definitely not a soft C.
But where is the source?
Probably.
Why do we?
Probably the movie.
The interviews? Oh, the movie.
Also interviews.
Yeah, we both haven't seen the movie.
Have not seen the movie with
Although
Arnold.
sometimes with movies, they get it wrong.
Like Symbiote in the Venom movies.
Yes.
I'm not going to get started on that. That's a whole other
I'm not saying Conan is like that. I'm just saying in general. That's a general thing. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. You guys are probably correct. We're probably wrong. Thank you for saying thank you, Blue Jays. I appreciate you.
Blue Jays are
Okay,
great.
let's talk about NYX, and then we're going to go back to chat. And then we need to do some wheel spins.
After NYX.
You're the keeper of
I said
the
we're doing
things.
2, and then we're going back to wheel spins.
Okay, so this is NYX. So I actually haven't read this issue, but I did just read issue 4 before this stream. I liked issue 4 ultimately. I thought it was cool.
You speak on this. I don't really.
I'm enjoying NYX. I'm enjoying it. I do feel, I don't know, I do feel like it's missing something. Like it's just missing a bit of like an oomph. And I mean, each story is good. I like that they're all separate. Oh, to answer the question, someone asked this question in the Discord and I didn't have any opinion on it because I didn't know what it was in reference to or why they were asking it. But someone was asking if Hellion, what's up with Hellion being an Omega level mutant, and that's in issue 4, that's a thing that's said. But I think that's actually because Hellion is at the time pretending to be Magneto as the Krakoan. And so just to answer that question, I forget who was asking. Someone was asking this. That's my interpretation to the answer to that question. Hellion is not an Omega level mutant. That's not a thing.
No.
I think it's just he's trying to keep up the act. And you'll notice that the speech bubbles change color. So that's why I also am saying that, because the text supports it. I don't know. I think I put NYX away, so I can't show you guys. But I'll put it in the Discord later. Anyways, I was just thinking of it because we're talking about NYX. Probably no one else cares about this answer to the question, but there you go. There it is. NYX issue number 5 is also out. And I'm assuming this is going to be our Sophie issue, which I love. So each issue has been kind of a different member, a different person that has appeared
crew.
in the NYX crew, which isn't really so much a team, or at least isn't a team right now, and is more just kind of different stories, but these characters also all interact together. But they're not like a group fighting anything specifically. Although I guess they kind of are coming together a little bit like that, aren't they? Like a little bit. You haven't been reading it.
It's like you're asking me all these
You
things.
only know based on what I've told you about it. But they are kind of coming together because last issue, Prodigy kind of comes in and does some stuff. Although Anoli's kind of off doing some Morlock things.
Yes.
But anyways,
So,
maybe the Morlocks will come back.
So NYX.
There's some deep cuts in the last issue too, which were really good.
I would say that two major players in this are Kamala and X-23 / Laura Wolverine. And Kamala is very much like the Superman of New York, and Laura is the Batman. So one is like the symbol out in the sun doing all this stuff, and Laura is more like in the shadows getting all like doing the dirty work.
Although I will say, you know, for the Prodigy issue, which was our last issue, issue number 4, we still didn't answer that question of what happened to Prodigy and Speed, because they were dating and then they weren't, and they never explained it in this issue, so I still don't know what's happening with that. I think that's really my only major complaint, though, about this, and it's not that big of a complaint. I just would have liked to know what happens at the end of that relationship. Something? But I am enjoying these individual stories. I just feel like there needs to be something that's a little bit more, I don't know. Like, I just want more of like an overarching theme, but maybe it's going to appear slowly over time.
I mean, we were at the Comic-Con panel where they said that was going to happen.
Yeah,
so.
They said like everything's going to come together, but it's building towards something, I think. It's got a lot of cool new characters too. Anyways, that's NYX. I only showed you a few pages. I don't want to spoil it for you or for me, but that issue is the one that's about Sophie, so I'm excited.
Wearing that fishnet top.
You gotta wear that fishnet top. Fashion.
New York.
Dante is redeemed a highlighted comment to ask you, Duck, who is your favorite Marvel villain?
My favorite Marvel villain?
Yeah.
I used to have this answer on lock, but there's so many good ones to pick from.
Yeah.
If I were to go off the top of my head, Marvel villain. I mean, I'm trying not to say like Doctor Doom, just because it's like, that feels like the obvious choice. Doom gets enough love. Don't get me wrong. Doom is
Doom.
No, Doom is. That it is what it is.
Like Darkseid is?
Like Darkseid is, but Doom is. I'm gonna say a more recent villain, or someone who's gotten more of a spotlight recently.
Ooh, who I
love is Mr. Sinister.
Oh, Mr. Sinister. Yeah, we both love Mr. Sinister.
I love Mr. Sinister.
Mr. Sinister is great.
So camp and beautiful.
Yeah, the camp of Mr. Sinister is a treat. Critter Nation says, and why is it Mephisto? I don't know. Are there a lot of people that Mephisto is their favorite villain? I feel like there are Mephisto fans out there, but I feel like they're always quiet until all of a sudden they appear.
I was soured on Mephisto for years because of One More Day.
Where are my Mephisto fans at in the chat? Mephisto fans, put your hands up. You're gonna spin that wheel, I think.
In terms of more recent villains, I would say Null before
Gamma Churchill also
King in
said
Black
no.
was really cool.
Dante was saying, I was thinking for my role-playing story to have Duck from another universe is a very powerful villain. Oh my goodness. Which villain?
I'll do that.
Or like just OG. OG Duck villain?
Interdimensional Duck, where a dimension where ducks are like
evil?
unbelievably powerful.
Oh my gosh.
And feared. All right.
Feared.
Here's the first one.
All right. Also, I don't think Charles is in a wheelchair because I'm pretty sure Charles is
catatonic.
Catatonic, yeah. He's kind of in a coma. Review. Is that what you wrote?
Review.
Review. Review what?
Give a review.
Of what?
On a random comic that you've read.
Latinum. That one was for you. A review on a random comic that I've read?
Yep.
Okay. Dazzler 2. Dazzler 2. Issue number 2. Cool ideas. Not amazingly executed. Still a lot of potential from the issue 1 that I'm riding the coattails of, I feel like, in this issue. And I like where it's headed. But ultimately, although I see some things that are inspired from the original series and I like those, I like the idea of those more than I like the execution of those, if that makes sense. There you go. That's a short little review for you.
Quick little reviews for people.
All right.
Also, Lohit, thank you for reminding me. All the villains who I like are all like street level villains because those are like my favorite type. I like really powerful people, don't get me wrong, but it's like when you have to have cunning and you have to kind of like get by on your own guile.
Cunning and camp. Then you call Mr. Sinister.
Then you call Mr. Sinister. But Purple Man.
Purple Man is great.
So good.
Yeah.
Especially in the Bendis stuff.
Bendis stuff.
Gets him.
Charles is awake. Is this the latest issue of Uncanny? Because I haven't read it yet.
What do we get?
Spoilers. Spoilers.
What do we get?
Sit-ups.
Okay. So that's a couple things of sit-ups for... Who is that for?
Well, that was for Chris.
Okay, so one for Chris. So sit-ups. How many sit-ups?
We do 5.
5.
Sit-ups.
Okay.
Okay. What else do we get? Ooh, emote only. Twitch, you're going to emote only mode for the next 2 minutes.
Oh boy.
Enjoy the emotes, friends.
Emotes time.
All right, so we will take you off of emotes only in like a minute. Sometimes they hit back. You read some of Dazzler from her OG run, and it was quite okay. Low hit. Dazzler, if we're going back, it's one of my favorite series.
Fancy sips.
Fancy sips?
Yep.
I don't even have, let me grab.
Yeah, grab those fancy sips.
What do you want fancy sips?
I'll just take some water for right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, we got that milk stuff.
Oh, we got milk stuff. Well, you still have your juice.
No, I don't.
What? Oh.
Ain't no juice left in that
The juice
bottle.
is loose.
Yeah, give me the creamsicle.
Creamsicle?
Five more squats. So we're at 10 squats.
You do 5 sit-ups, 5 squats, I think.
Or sorry, 5 sit-ups, 5 squats.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Sorry, I'm not used to there being sit-ups on here. Don't worry, emote only's almost done.
Yeah, you can take people off, probably.
Pick a comic. So who's this for? Chris, if there's a comic that you would like us to get,
Sorry, you heard me opening the jar.
please let us know in the chat as soon as I turn off emote only mode. Where do I do this?
You gotta go into
I gotta go to Twitch.
chat.
I was looking at the other thing. There we go. You're back. Everyone's back alive. Use your words.
My words?
Random yoga.
Okay. We're gonna be getting fit while we talk about these comics.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Chris, if you're still in chat, recommend us a comic to check out.
You can pick, Chris.
What's this? Big Chungus?
Big Chungus?
No, we're going back to emote only. Sorry, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Chris said, I'm not familiar with comics anymore, so you can pick.
Oh, okay. Is there, like, I guess the other question is, Chris, if there's a character that you like.
Yeah, if there's a character that you like, be sure to let
or
us know.
something like that.
As soon as you're no
we
longer
can also recommend something.
committed to emotes only chat.
Emotes only. Oh, the emotes only, they hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts me.
Next.
Wait.
Thing mode activate. Oh, Tom Bombadil.
How many are you spinning right now?
I'm just going to keep on spinning.
You're just gonna spin forever?
Got a lot to get through.
I know, but...
Somehow RuPaula can still chat because RuPaul is special. Another review.
RuPaul is a mod.
All right. Put down one more.
Is RuPaul saying some mod things? I don't know where. I'll just get a cup. Sorry. I was looking for a koozie, but...
So, if I were to review a comic, I'm going to actually review 5 of them. It's called Annihilation. You should read it. And all the Preludes to Annihilation miniseries, because it's amazing.
All right, fancy stuff.
Sets up Nova, Richard Rider, Ronan the Accuser, makes all of them the coolest badasses of all time, especially if you've never heard of them before. Star-Lord, before he's like the cool Star-Lord that you know. Lummox didn't like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies because they butchered the characters. Well, I just see it as a different interpretation of it. If you want to blame anyone for butchering the characters, it would be Brian Michael Bendis. Because that run in all new Marvel was not good. And it informed how the movies were kind of going to go.
All right. So we have 5 sit-ups, 5 squats, and a yoga?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 random yoga. All right, let's do these then.
Gamma, like I said, read starting at Annihilation and onwards. That stuff is fantastic. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think it's after Annihilation Conquest, which is another event that happens also with Annihilation in the name. But Annihilation Conquest creates, or the Guardians spin out of it, and they meet some of the classic Guardians like Vance Astro and Starhawk. But they also set up guys like Cosmo.
Cosmo's awesome.
Cosmo's the best. Best boy.
Best boy.
It's just...
Or best girl in, I guess, Guardians, the movie.
In the movie, yeah, but in the comics, he is good
best
boy.
Good dog.
Kill Cosmo, he good dog.
And in the game.
Or Cosmo
Cosmo and all his puppies.
give you aneurysm.
Okay, so we gotta do 5 sit-ups, 5 squats, and a yoga. We did our fancy sip, so that's done.
Hey, Steven. Talking about this?
Hey, we're gonna talk about that.
We're getting there.
Okay, all right, okay. Sit-ups. Where'd I put the ball? Do you want the ball?
You threw the ball away.
Yeah, you gotta grab the ball. Give me the ball. Where are we doing these? Right here?
Right here, right now,
here.
baby.
Right here, right now. Is it true Logan is Nova 2099?
Kind of a spoiler, but yes, it is true.
yeah.
The comic's been out long enough.
Yeah, it's been out for...
A little bit.
Well...
A couple months.
Yeah, a couple months.
All right, so... So it starts from Annihilation and it ends at Thanos in Paradise.
Am I starting?
The streamer says. I mean, you can start.
Okay.
It is a
Where are you going?
fantastic run.
I don't know where you're going.
I'm getting out of the way.
Getting out of the way. I gotta take my socks off. I can't do it like this. Don't look at my feet.
Oh my god, for free?
Don't look at them. They're cropped.
Oh my god.
I can't because otherwise they'll slip. People saw this earlier. Those of you that were in the Dragon Age stream know what I'm
And,
talking
if
about.
there are any Twitch mods in chat right now, you're cooked.
I'm cooked.
That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at those honkers. Just out in the open.
All right, you go, you do it. You need to take your socks off too. I don't make the rules. Otherwise you'll slip. Oh, he's going backwards. Yeah, there you go. 1.
2.
Blame Bendis and Gunn
3.
for vibing with blame Bendis and Gunn for vibing
4.
with Bendis.
5.
I don't know though. Is that true? Is Gunn vibing with Bendis? Do you feel?
I mean, they both Guardians, like the book
Yeah.
and the movie at the Bendis and Gunn were both doing it at the same time, kind of have the similar vibes.
But isn't it more that? Do you think it's more that Gunn is?
Wait, let my old man knees crack. Hold on.
Oh god.
There we go.
Do you think it's more that Gunn is vibing with Bendis, or that Bendis is vibing with Gunn? Which?
Well,
Because I would say Bendis is more.
whatever happened, the comic came out first
Right.
before the movie.
Right.
So we had a few months of the comic of this new weird status quo that didn't make sense for any of the Guardians. And then the movie came out and was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, but wouldn't they've already been making the movie?
They would have already been scripting it as well, the comic.
Do you think they talk to each other?
Yeah?
Really? Well, I guess. When you're making a movie for Marvel and you can talk to all the Marvel writers.
But also, Bendis had a lot of real dumb ideas in that book, like giving
Take a seat.
Peter a cosmic blaster.
Sit down.
Like, instead of his 2 element guns,
Yeah.
it was just one that his father gave him.
All right. 1.
Wait, why is
2.
Amanda torturing herself? Because you, the people,
3.
gave her money, so now
I torture.
Amanda tortures.
4.
/ gets fit.
5. Okay, 5.
Yeah, they retcon the OG Star-Lord to a different universe. Those comics are actually surprisingly good. They're like these weird serials that like do some really kind of out there cosmic stuff.
Oh, what? I don't know if we can do this one. Shoulder pressing pose.
You can do that.
I definitely cannot.
I will die. Show chat the picture.
How am I supposed to show them that?
Can't you screen cap?
I think if I just switch to live scene, or if I just do here, internet full screen. This is the pose, everyone. This is the pose.
Chat, what the hell are we supposed to do?
What are we supposed to do with that? Do I spin again? I'll try it. That's not a thing I can do.
I'm not doing it. I'll die.
I'm generating a new one because I think we'll both die if we attempt it.
I think I'm more flexible than you, and I can't pull that off.
I mean, the hard part is it's a variation. People can't see me, but it's a variation on a different pose. That is one where you put your hands like this and you basically put your knees up here, and I can't even do that one yet. So I'm generating a new one. A low lunge is more reasonable.
There you go. Give the people a low lunge.
Well, they can't see me, but I'm doing it over here.
There you go.
Low lunge.
Rupala said, the hell? No respin.
No respin. No, we got to do a respin. I'll be dead.
I'm very worried about how the MCU is going to do Nova Gamma, because Nova, Rich Rider from Annihilation onwards, is one of my favorite Marvel superheroes of all time.
Because, like, where are my legs supposed to go? Like, I could try to do...
You pick them up and you wrap them around your...
This one.
Your arms.
But it's hard.
Just pick your legs up.
You do it.
I said I already opted out. I'm not doing it.
Just pick your legs up. All right, anyways.
Yeah, do it, pussy.
Where's the chair?
Yondu and Martin X.
Okay, let's go back to talking about comics, and then we'll do some more spins in a bit. I like the element of
Here,
chaos that
let's flip.
adds.
Give me back my chair.
What?
I said, let's flip. Give me back my chair.
You gonna flip with
I
me?
like my chair.
Well, here's your stuff. I don't even know where mine. Oh, mine's here.
Just
Okay.
right in front of you. It never left.
Oh.
I don't know what happened to Sam Alexander, actually, Steven. I remember there was the 5-issue Nova, I think it was volume 3 or volume 4.
Yeah, what
when
did happen to
He
Sam?
brought back Rich, and they had like kind of a team-up comic.
And
But
then
I don't know. I
don't know if we've seen him since.
missed out
Have
on
we?
all of that.
Is there more that happened after? Thank you, Rapala.
Maybe he just shot off back into space. Like your family's to the moon.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam helped bring Richard back, and then he's gone. Oh yeah, and they did. He was in the Champions, unless that happened like concurrently with that, which I'm pretty
What
sure.
are you
it did.
looking to do?
Clear these because we did it.
Oh yeah, the yoga.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next, we got comics to talk about.
I know.
Enough
I'm very warm.
dilly-dallying.
I'm very warm. What are we talking about next? Transformers? You can talk about this one.
Something evil calling over you.
All right.
You don't know the rest of the song?
Something evil's calling over you? What is that from? Is that from Transformers?
The Transformers, the 80s.
What? I don't remember that. I mean, I already told you what my Transformers is. You know my Transformers. What's my Transformers? Not the 80s show.
Hold on, let me.
G.I. Joe, I could do. This is copyright.
No, it's not.
Copyright is coming for us.
Nope.
Hasbro, please don't sue us.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
And it was in context.
And it was in context. It definitely was in context.
You got the touch. I can't sing this song because of copyright. Yeah, that's it. That's all we get. Fucking 80s Transformers is so good.
Beast Wars is it's my thing.
80s Transformers movie.
Yeah, the
with-
one by Lion, says Cam Shaft.
Yeah, drunk
Thank you for the
Orson
first
Welles.
time chat, Cam Shaft.
Just drunk Orson Welles doing Unicron
Okay.
type shit.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
Okay.
Transformers.
I was about to say, I can flip
14.
this. You just went on like a tangent of music, so.
Well, music and Transformers is all related.
Yeah, it's all connected
all
in the
connected.
circle of Transformers.
So, minor spoilers for people. Something may have happened to Starscream, and he needed some help being rebuilt.
Oh my god, is that what's happening here?
It's some of the most horrific shit.
Oh my god.
Don't go any further. But anyway, if you're not reading Transformers, this is great. Whether you love Transformers, you have no idea about Transformers, this comic
When
is
you move
for you.
it, it's gonna get blurry, so just... Yeah, not your hand, the comic. That's not in frame.
There we go. I'm just trying to get the
Oh, just the art?
art.
Yeah.
The art and story by Daniel Warren Johnson is unbelievably good.
It's unfortunate. What happened to Starscream?
I mean, hey, read the story to find out what happened to Starscream's legs. But
Oh wait, I know about this actually, because we
I-
were talking about this. You told me about this.
I love this comic.
Mm-hmm.
It very few times do I feel the need to email.
Did you send an email?
I did.
Did you mark it okay to print?
I did.
Is your letter
It might be
in there?
It might be in
It
this
might be
one.
in
I
that
haven't got to the
comic.
letters comment yet, but
That would be cool. If it's in there, you got to post about it.
yeah, Starscream is like the biggest pissy baby loser.
Yeah,
Who
but
always-
we love him anyway.
Is always like screaming at everyone, like, you know, like, I'm the best, and then he gets smacked once and he's like, oh god, don't hurt me anymore, of course I'll be second in command.
But we still root for him.
So
We still love him.
we still love him.
Chris says, I have the collection of Dreamweave run of Transformers. I love the
Dreamwave.
old show.
Oh.
Dreamwave, sorry.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Look,
I don't know.
there's a lot of things.
Maybe we should do a Transformers. Do they stream the show like how they do with G.I. Joe? I wanted to ask
hope so.
Hasbro if I could do
I
a
would
watch.
I would do a 100% do a Transformers watch along.
Yeah, it'd be fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are getting close as well to that goal of our watch along party on Discord. So maybe when we get to that, maybe we'll do a show this time.
You want
We
to do?
haven't done a show.
Well, I was gonna say we can watch the Transformers '80s movie.
Oh, the Transformers 80s movie.
All
That
Hail
would be
Megatron
fun.
is an awesome comic, Ken Dog.
Yeah, Transformers, my main thing is Beast Wars, and that's most of what I know, so it's not really super, but I mean, I know some of the characters, obviously, I know who people are, but yeah, more familiar with the 80s G.I. Joe.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Anyway, but speaking of Energon Universe,
Chris says, can we watch Transformers Prime? What is Transformers Prime?
Transformers Prime is one of their like CG
Ooh.
animated shows.
Oh.
So not like traditional animation, it's like the 3D one.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like, I would say, an evolution of the Beast Machines, the animation
Wars.
style. No, the you know the sequel series, Beast Machines.
Oh.
It's like that, but like the animation's crisper. Like they figured it out.
Yeah, Beast Machines was a little
It was Beast Machines is on
janky.
that cusp of like.
It's at a weird time.
Yeah, it's
in
right
animation,
before it's like
true.
really like figured out how to do it.
Okay, so this is G.I. Joe,
Oh, Transformers 1 big time is so good.
which is the other half. So Duck is reading Transformers, and I am reading
All the Joe comics.
all the Joe comics. Don't ask me how it's going, but I do have them all. I own all of them, and they are
Oh boy.
on the stack. So they're on the stack. And I think they're actually not too far from the top. Although the nice thing is, I'm probably going to put this on the top of my stack because this, I don't really have to read the miniseries. But I would have liked to read the miniseries before I read this. But it's fine. I can read them. I don't have to do that. That's not necessary. Look at all this cover support. There was really a lot of covers, huh?
I'm telling you.
A bajillion covers.
So you know how there's the three.
Oof, look at this.
You know how there's the three things
Yeah.
of the new comics?
Yeah.
One was just Joe.
Oh my gosh. Also, yes, this is the Baroness, if you guys are wondering.
Baroness is a Joe.
She's a Joe. She's a Joe. That's what's happening.
Have
I know
you
about that.
read the World War II G.I. Joe Transformers comic? No.
Oh, the colors. Jordi Belair is killing me. These colors are so crisp.
Low hit. Ghost Machine is awesome. There's no Ghost Machine out this year or this week, but I'm loving it.
Ghost Machine is great.
What's your favorite Ghost Machine comic right now?
G.I. Joe. Although, was there no Ghost Machine that came out, or just not for us? Because I know
Not for us.
but yeah, I haven't read any Joe, but I've heard good things.
Did you show off the?
You showed that off earlier, but
Wait,
we
here.
can show it off under the camera.
Beautiful.
There it is.
All your favorites.
Well-
That's your cue to start saying who everyone is.
Well, I don't know if all my favorites are here, actually. There's a lot of people missing. Like, I mean, from the Cobra side,
Who you got?
yeah. We got Cobra Commander,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Got Destro.
Who dat?
I don't know that guy. Who's that guy?
Who dat?
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
He's one of the twins.
He's one of the twin. Oh, yeah, there they are. Okay, yeah. I see it. Who's this guy? Where's the guy, the other guy that I'm thinking of? What's his name?
The guy with the
Yeah.
diamonds in the
Where's
hood?
he? Is he in it?
I don't know. I haven't
What's
read.
his name? He's like can shapeshift.
Yes, I haven't read any of the
He's one of my favorites.
Energon Universe Joe
He's one
stuff.
of my favorites, and there's a lot of Joes here, but there's a lot of Joes that I love that aren't here. So that's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, Baroness
But you know, you can only fit so many people on the cover. There's
No,
a lot of Joes.
Zartan. Thank you,
Zartan.
Lummox.
Thank you, Zartan. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
See,
of.
I'm not as familiar with G.I. Joe as I am
I
with
love
Transformers.
Zartan.
Amanda is the G.I. Joe expert who can't remember.
Hence why Doc was like, just name all these characters right now. I was like, I haven't even read it, so I don't even know if the things that I'm gonna think people are correct.
Mhm.
They could have changed people's look. They did change some people's look.
They did. There's people before they were horribly deformed.
Yes, that is true.
Yes, Rook Exodus is my favorite as well, Ohit. 100%.
Chris says, have you read the World War II G.I. Joe / Transformer comic? I do need to I need to start Scarlet Chemdog. I need to start it.
Oh,
and then
thanks,
I need to finish it.
Wikipedia. We are having a good time. How are you doing? We're just
Welcome
talking
in.
comics like we do every other Wednesday.
Like we do, like we do.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone with the Zartans. Thank you, Zartan.
One of the big ones.
Serpentor? Is that who the guy was?
Serpentor Khan. No.
No.
He's not out yet. He comes later.
Who is that guy? Am I supposed to know who that guy is?
Serpentor Khan?
No, I know. So I'm saying on the.
Oh, I don't know. I was asking, but then I remembered that you haven't read it yet.
I haven't read it yet.
So I don't know.
Not sure. When I read it, then I will have more insight for you. I'm sorry I don't have more Joe insight, but the Joe insight is coming. I promise. I'm sorry. I do many things in a day. It is true. Absolute Superman. Now this obviously came out last week, but we picked it up this week because we didn't go last week.
We were not there last week,
not
so
there
we only
last
picked it up this week.
So we only picked it up this week. Obviously, I've already read it. You've already read it.
Did a
We
whole
read
review.
it together.
Yep.
Actually, just like we did for Batman, with your beautiful voice and my beautiful voices.
Ah, yes, Superman.
Superman. That's not the voice.
It
we
is
did.
I,
Oh my
Brainiac.
God.
Stuck in a room,
Oh my
Superman.
goodness.
You must come
I did like
find
a very
me.
whispery voice for Superman in this. Also, why in all of them that we've read so far, I've been the main person. You had me be Bruce in Batman, and I was Superman in this.
I was Wonder Woman, though.
Were you Wonder Woman? No, you
'Cause
weren't.
I read it alone. So.
Oh, yeah, because we didn't read that one together.
Yeah.
But if we read that one together, I think you would be like, well, obviously you have to be Wonder Woman.
Yeah, get this art.
Get this art in here. Look at this.
Oh, well, I hope you're doing okay, Trickopedia. Take it easy tonight. Nice, easy stream to enjoy.
Nice. Look at all this. Gorgeous.
This gorgeous art. Go to the Man of Steel reveal. Or sorry, the Men of Steel. They were Men of Steel. Next page. There we go.
It's the Men of Steel. There they are. Look at them. Look at their steel. They're so steely.
So for those who haven't checked it out yet, highly recommend all three Absolute comics. Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman.
If you're wondering which one you should get, the answer is yes.
Yeah, pretty much. All great, perfect jumping on points. You need to know nothing about anyone to enjoy these comics.
It's all there for you to enjoy.
They're
But
just great
if
on
you
their
do
own.
know stuff about these characters,
It makes it even better.
yeah, it's just going to be better for you. But it's
Like-
not
Like Lara's Eradicator glasses.
the eradicator glasses. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's really great. I really like it.
Yeah,
The
Gamma for
Eradicator
sure.
glasses.
I
The
feel
eradicator look, as I was saying.
I feel like
They're there.
the biggest thing about Absolute, that the reason why it works so well is that it takes the core ideals of all these characters, regardless of, you know, whether Superman was a baby when he left Krypton, or, you know, Wonder Woman knows dark magic and was raised in hell. It's like all of their core fundamentals are still there. Superman fights for those in need. Wonder Woman is a warrior and will defend the weak. Batman is just a
But
crazy
she's also
person
kind.
in
She's
a suit.
compassionate.
Yeah. So it's like all these things are still there, but you can tell these
She's hopeful.
wild new stories with them,
She
which I
literally
love.
represents hope. She's the last Amazon that we have.
Oh, spoilers.
Well, I mean, I don't even know if she's actually the last. That's not even true. Emote only. Sorry, Twitch.
Sorry, Twitch.
We'll see you in a second.
They
Put
need-
those emotes in chat, though. If you guys got any nerdy emotes, I'd love
Throw
to
up
see
the
them.
emotes.
Throw them up.
Just try and
Show
speak
them
to us
off.
through emotes
Try
only.
to tell us what you're saying with the emotes. Also, hi, Steven. Hello. All right. Emotes for a couple minutes over there.
Hold on, I gotta take one of these.
I would also do it to YouTube as well, but there's not an option. Jeff cuddles. Which Jeff should Duck cuddle?
Oh, give me Jeff.
Oh wait, we could cuddle both of them.
We can each cuddle one.
We could each cuddle a Jeff.
That says for science.
For science.
Hello, Neptune Man. Minecraft
For
Superman.
science is a very accurate emote in absolute Superman speak. This is true. Cuddles.
Yeah, the class distinction of the emblems in Absolute Superman is really cool. It's a simple idea.
Duck, you gotta cuddle more. That's good. Okay, some Jeff Cuddles.
Give him the hat.
Give him the hat. Okay. And then let's do another spin. Okay. We got random yoga. More random yoga.
Okay. So one random yoga.
One random yoga. Fancy sips.
Fancy sips.
Don't yoga and fancy sips, everyone.
Matt just throwing up the dinosaurs after throwing up the
know.
Fort Science. I love it.
I'll take you guys off the emote.
You're
only
free.
chat. You're free.
You're
You
free
may
from
chat
emote
again.
only.
I already put it down for the yoga.
I'm doing it for this one.
Oh, this is the fancy sip, right?
Yeah.
Did you fancy sip?
I did.
A review.
You want to do one or me? I did the last one. I did Annihilation. Random comic or something.
Random comic. Well, I did finish. It's a book. It's not a comic. Is that okay?
YouTube got some fire emotes over there, low hit. If you become a member, you could get access to Amanda's emotes.
You do. I have a few. I want to get some more done as well. There they are. And you get a little Stay Nerdy badge next to your name. I was going to say a book. Are you guys here for a book review from me? Is that okay?
Quick book review.
Quick book review?
Welcome to Amanda's book talk.
I also read, I don't just read comics. I also read books. I do it all. As I'm sure many of us do, because comics are books. So, hey. But I recently read Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship
of the Ring.
Yeah. And what I have to say is, this book, I understand why this book kind of changed the world. It's just so rich in terms of the world building, the details. It's fully immersive, and I feel like fantasy culture is like a whole other level.
You would have
in
never
Lord of
known
the
what
Rings.
the Coom is.
Oh my gosh, the Coom. No, that's in Two Towers, which I'm reading right now.
What? There are
Coom.
books without pictures?
The Coom. There are books without
Meh.
pictures.
I'm not reading Space Ghost.
But I also will
unfortunately.
say that I am so glad that I finally got to read about the amazingness that is Tom Bombadil. I've only heard the tales of Tom Bombadil. I never got to fully experience Tom Bombadil, and I really loved that element of it. Also, these books are like it gets dark. Obviously, I'm in Two Towers right now. It gets dark. Even in Fellowship, it gets dark. But it's so like wholesome.
I just want to point out that Chris came in, was like, burst through the door, like, free from ads. What did I miss?
Free from ads.
You
Oh my
missed
goodness.
a lot of gifts.
You missed me talking about Duck talking about the Coom in the Two Towers, and me talking about the wholesome, detailed goodness that is Fellowship, that just...
I think Tom Bombadil knows what the Coom is.
Tom Bombadil made the Coom. Are you kidding me? If it wasn't for Tom Bombadil, would the Coom even exist?
Okay, next spin. Good review.
So was that good for everyone?
That was good.
Thank you for coming to my Fellowship review. Squats.
Squats.
Okay, let's do like
I'm going to do two more.
two more.
I'm going to do the one for Anonymous just so we clear it.
Yeah, do one for Anonymous. This one's for you, Anonymous.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you for your anonymity. Oh, Anonymous. Oh, pick a comic.
You're
Well,
going to
they
have to
can't
out
do
yourself.
that. No, you don't have to out yourself.
No, I'll spin again.
And Chris said that we should pick a comic. Chris, did you have a favorite character? Did Chris say a favorite character? Chris Ash?
We quickly went to emote only chat.
Oh, that's not helpful. That's a fancy sip
That's a fancy sip.
for Anonymous. For you, Anonymous. To Anonymous.
Here, here.
Here, here. You need not out yourself.
Last one. And this one's for Lummox.
Lummox. One for you. Lummox, pick a comic. Lummox, is there a comic that you would like to see us check out? Something that you would like us to add to our poll for next week?
Lummox, wherever you may be. We'll be picking up comics, whatever you want.
I could also...
Would Doorman be too weird?
Doorman? No.
No.
Nothing is too weird for us.
I mean, I wish there was a Doorman solo comic now.
Doorman. Okay. You kind of put this in a weird spot. You didn't think about the overall flow.
Hello, Almond Butter Ben. Speaking of comics, I just got done watching the first Venom movie. What'd you think?
How was that for you? Did you enjoy it? Give me a sec, says Lumix. All right, all right. Okay, so
Yoga.
we got a yoga
squats.
and we got a squats. Lohit says, I read Lord of the Rings books a year before the movies dropped. So many poems and descriptions of the grass and leaves. A lot of music, and I'm listening to the audiobooks. That's how I'm reading it right now. So I have the beauty of actually getting to hear it sung, which has been honestly really great. Also, I love the Ents, now that I'm in Two Towers.
Favorite descriptors of all time.
I mean, I already did.
Is Tom Bombadil's supple blue boots.
Yellow boots.
Or sorry, supple yellow
boots. Yeah, his yellow boots. Supple.
They just, every time they refer to his boots, he keeps going back to supple.
I mean, Tom Bombadillo, you know, we love him.
This rock is now my pillow.
Good old Tom Bombadillo. Okay, we gotta do a yoga and we gotta do a squat. So let's random pose. Let's see what we get. That's doable.
Eagle seal. Or I'm gonna fill up my cup.
Do you want an eagle seal?
No, this yoga's all you.
Wait, you're not gonna yoga at all? It's all me.
I take the yoga time as almost ran over my foot. Duck time.
Okay. Eagle seal. I was just trying to move out of your way, not into your foot.
Well, you missed.
Clearly. Clearly I missed. All right.
Oh, speaking of.
What, me missing?
No, things booping.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see Christmas Boop?
Oh, yeah, Christmas Boop. I have it. I showed you, and you were like, oh my gosh, Christmas Boop.
No, but it was right at the front at the game shop.
Yes, I saw it. It was at the game store. All right, so this is Eagle, everyone. So I think we go like this, and then, oh god, for my arms. I worked out on my arms yesterday, and I'm really feeling this. Oh, my shoulders. Also a very tight shirt for that. It's quite tight in the shoulders because it's a child's size, as I do like to wear sometimes.
Children's clothes.
Yes. 5 squats.
That I'll do.
Because then you get the logo higher up on the shirt. Check out The Thing, says Lumix. Ooh, okay, The Thing. Let me add it to the pull list.
Oh, that one hurt.
What is happening with those knees?
No,
you guys hearing this?
That was my ankle.
Your ankle?
Well, the cat bus carpet, I moved it.
Oh my goodness. Low hit, thank you so much for the $6.99 super chat. It looks like Duck is saying it when he squats. The super chat is for Amanda to absolutely do nothing.
Thank you, Low Hit.
All right, no spins for Low Hit. Low Hit doesn't want us to do anything.
But we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Nonetheless.
For the super chat. I appreciate you.
All right, we got a lot more comics to go.
You did 5 squats and I did the yoga. Are we just going to split that one up?
Yeah.
I like that. And we still have a few spins left as well. Thank you, Low Hit, again for the super chat.
And yep, we will make sure to check out The Thing, and we will report back in 2 weeks.
We will report back. The Thing.
Sorry. Didn't mean to bump you. OG Good Nerdy Guy says, hello.
Hello. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, OG. How you doing?
All right, so.
Ultimate X-Men. I have to catch up on my Ultimate X-Men. I'm a few issues behind But I have heard tell that people are finally aware of the excellence.
This comic
of the
is some of the
X-Men.
darkest shit.
Finally. People thought it was all going to be fun and games. They all thought this was some kiddie stuff. They didn't know what Momoko had in store.
Just Rob, don't worry, we're still going. We got lots of comics to talk about.
I don't want to go too far because I don't want to spoil anything for myself.
Let's go to the next page.
You think the next page is good? We're back at the school.
Yeah, this comic...
Oh, no, we're not back at the school. We're back in people's lives. Oh, no, we are at the school. Music class.
This comic is, if you guys know, like, horror manga, this is some, like, Junji Ito shit.
Yeah, so something that I guess a lot of people didn't know about Peach as well.
Peach Momoko, the artist of the series.
Yeah, and also
And
the writer. Although Peach doesn't like to call herself a writer, but she is, so we're gonna call her it. Sorry, Peach. But she loves spooky stuff. I've heard about her talk about this in interviews, and yeah, she loves scary shit. So it's not surprising to me that this is kind of being touted as one of like the best like horror, like one of the darkest things that Marvel is doing right now, this comic.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to spoil anything for myself or for anyone.
I just want...
As it just came out, but...
Hold on, there's one...
You're gonna find it? Welcome back, James. How's it going? You had Bible study. Nice. Your birthday is getting closer by the week. Exciting. Exciting
Just
things.
quickly look at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I mean, I feel like in issue 1, too, it was even apparent. But people just thought it was weird, so... Just Rob! Thank you for the 20 bits. Look at that zombie go.
I saw the zombie
feeding
running.
his family. Thank you for the 20 bits.
Feed him those bits.
Appreciate you. Why would a desktop computer need an airplane mode? That's a good question, Rob. I don't know.
I just thought of a really dark joke. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, don't say it. I think I know what you're going to say, and I'm going to say don't say it.
Staying away from that one.
Yeah, don't do that. You're catching up on Superman and Lois on the CW. Nice. I've heard it's really good.
I haven't seen a single episode of that show.
I've only seen a few
but
scenes.
I've heard good things.
But I've heard good things as well. I want to check it out, actually. I still need to continue on with The Flash.
Also, yeah, James,
One day I'm gonna
that
finish
birthday
that show.
coming up real soon. Happy early birthday. Hopefully we can catch you on your actual birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, James, when's your actual birthday? How soon? Later this month?
Playing
Did you already say
Hogwarts
this?
Legacy.
Yes, yeah. James Potter, or AKA William. Big Hogwarts Legacy fan. Big Hogwarts fan.
I need to get
think.
back into Hogwarts Legacy. It's so much
Me
fun.
too. I wish we could play together. What if we could have a group of friends?
Hey, ChemDog, we were just talking about G.I. Joe #1.
We were. You got the $6 G.I. Joe #1, the silver cover. Is that the foil? Is that the foil cover?
Maybe.
Or is that the one, is it raised? I didn't see all the covers, but Duck was telling me there was a bevy of covers.
I want to see if they have them in the
I'm gonna
back.
look up the, maybe.
Oh my god.
Fighting to save the day.
The Skybound.
A real American
Wait,
hero.
I gotta show this off.
G.I. Joe is there.
The Skybound staff is
Whoa!
completely...
Team Cobra.
They're split.
And Team Joe.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Joe the cat is Team Cobra.
Nice.
Yeah, that little dog is Team Cobra.
It's on Thanksgiving Day. Oh my
Hey.
goodness.
So you're
That's quite the
extra
birthday.
thankful.
Extra thankful for life and for Thanksgiving. And you get to eat good food on your birthday. That's pretty cool. You're going to a toy convention on Saturday. Nice, OG Nerdy guys. There's something that you are super hoping to pick up at the toy convention? Or to see? Stopped watching CW stuff. It got annoying. I didn't like what they did to Flash. It can get repetitive.
There are some
But there are some
very
good
repetitive
shows.
things.
There's some not good shows, and there's some good seasons and some not so good seasons, from what I have heard from people. about it. But yeah, I feel like the hard thing is when you go as long as some of the shows go,
especially for like weekly television.
like it's hard to, it gets very cyclical, I feel like, is the thing that the problem you run into. Similar problem with comics, honestly, but it's just different when it's different when it's television. I don't know. Probably also because like it's the same people, you know, at least with comics, like even though it's the same characters, it really feels different when somebody's, even if they're rehashing something, there's a lot of opportunities for it to feel really different, if that makes sense.
Yep, I hear you. Oh, I feel that stock.
Oh, the Cruel Universe stock. The Oni press.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd I smell it?
It smells like new comic.
It actually does smell really good.
Everyone, it's time for
I love the smell
your
of new
monthly education on
Cruel Universe?
Cruel Universe.
Okay. It's like, there's a monthly education segment?
Because I always tell everyone about Cruel Universe and Epitaphs from the Abyss.
But Epitaphs isn't out.
No,
this week.
but that's what it's the monthly for Cruel, and then next week will be the monthly for Epitaphs, and then we'll repeat this spiel in a month's time for each.
Look at this art.
Yep. So, if you like
Damn.
anthology series,
Yes.
and short stories, and
Yes.
horror,
Yes.
if you like science fiction horror,
Yes.
Cruel Universe is for you. It's fantastic.
For me.
For you. Yes, you. It's the people who comes from EC Comics, the people who brought you things like Tales from the Crypt, all those comics that got the Comics Code Authority brought in to help ruin comics for everyone.
The Comics Code Authority. Oh my goodness. It must have been some shocking stuff.
PU.
PU.
But yeah, this is a great comic. This is the science fiction horror. Epitaphs from the Abyss is more of like the, I guess you would say classical horror, like monsters and ghosts and demons, stuff like that. This is more existential horror.
Oh my god.
Yep. And I love it. It's very much Outer Limits the comic.
And this is Duck's elevator pitch for Cruel Universe.
Thank you, Lance. That's the perfect way to
We
put it.
should clip that.
If you like
118,
if you like Twilight Zone, if you like Outer Limits, it's this.
Okay, what do we got?
Next.
We got X-Men. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. I'm going to read this tonight. Look, it's Remy with all the cats.
The cats. Well, the cats survived the issue.
Yes. The cats aren't going anywhere.
Remember when someone was asked that?
Oh, no.
At STCC?
What?
Somebody said, hey, I noticed in the solicits that there's a cover of Remy and the cats.
Yeah.
To Gail Simone. And they said, is anything going to happen to those cats? And Gail leaned in and said, no comment.
Nothing better happened to the cats. Gail? These cats better be all right. I don't remember that question coming up. That came up? No comment. Oh, that's not a good sign. I don't think Gail would kill the cats. Gail can be cold, but she's not that cold. She wouldn't do that to us, would she?
She lied to you.
She did. She lied to me.
Remy and the Cats is my new band.
Remy and the Cats. She did lie to me when I was on to her. That's why.
That is a great band name, actually.
I'm scared to look.
That cat's like, oh.
Okay, hold on, let me look and make sure there's nothing crazy.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
I'm about to make a name for myself. Oh, this isn't good. But that's, you know, we were in the midst of a thing. But I did hear that this fight was going to be crazy, so. And it looks like it is going to be crazy.
Who's the creative team on Cruel Universe, Hit? It is constantly changing.
Depends on the issue.
Every issue is a rotating crew of
Give
artists.
us some of the names on this one.
Yep, artists and writers. So this one is, so there's 4 stories in this one. First one is By the Book by writer Matt Boers, artist Daniel Irizarry, colorist Michelle Madsen. The second story is Doomsday Particle, writer Matt Kind, artist Allison Sampson, colorist Jordi Bellaire.
Matt Kind.
Matt Kind, sorry. Peer review, Cecil Castellucci, Andrea Muti, and colorist Michael Atea. And The Hero of Venus, writer Ben H. Winters and artist Kano. So yeah,
Matt Kind. I want to read.
Every issue is a brand new set of writers and artists.
I want to read it. Don't put it away.
Wait your turn. You gotta read X-Men.
Okay. So X-Men. I just opened to a page.
I believe Jason Aaron wrote on issue 1 of Epitaphs from the Abyss.
I mean, I guess the beginning of this isn't spoiler. Basically, when we left off, everyone was in the middle of a fight. Remy and the people at the house, basically everyone except Rogue. Rogue is the only one she's gone rogue. And she's in a different fight. Meanwhile, everyone at the house is her fight that she's in, we found out was a distraction for this attack that's happening at the house. So everyone else has had to band together. And all the people that they said, go in the basement and hide, that's not happening. Yeah. Because this is X-Men.
Jordi Bellaire on colors is an absolute treat.
So that's where we left off in the last issue. So that's kind of where we are here. And so everyone's making this final stand. The first few pages are not looking good for Rogue. But so far, I don't know. I haven't seen the cats. I think the cats are okay. I think the cats are in the basement. Or they were in the basement.
You have the camera on the empty table.
They were in the basement. They were in the basement, and I don't know. I don't want to spoil it.
Don't spoil it. Otherwise, Darth Jar Jar will come for you.
But
Darth Jar Jar is canon now.
And Darth Jar Jar is canon. Never forget. I love that that's the ad on the back. Oh, but is there a spider kid in there? That's my favorite ad.
What?
Remember? I haven't seen Spider Kid in a while. Maybe his ad is done. He gets bit by the Lego spider.
Oh, yes, that kid.
That's my favorite comic book ad. Does anyone have a favorite comic book ad right now? Is that a thing that people talk about?
Oh, I was about to say that, God, if I were to get one thing for Christmas...
What? It's the set with the spider biting the kid's hand.
It'd be Darth Jar Jar.
Oh, Darth Jar Jar set, yeah.
In Lego form.
I thought for Christmas you wanted the Kickstarter. With all the,
You're right.
But your birthday is also coming up.
Speaking of EC Comics, there is recently a Kickstarter. If you like Kickstarter and you like comics, you should check it out. It's basically all the main books that got the Comics Code Authority started.
Also, I heard someone in chat was saying that Gail Simone is the only one that's really a fan of Cyclops's heat vision. Yeah, Cyclops' heat vision. I would definitely say that Gail Simone is the only fan, really, of Cyclops. She's a big Cyclops fan. Huge.
So you know Sean?
Yeah?
Name dropping my friend Sean.
Yeah.
You know who you are. No one hates Cyclops more than Sean.
Well, Gail Simone might.
No. I said Cyclops in reference because I was talking about my Greek paper that I was writing.
I should bring up Cyclops to Sean one time.
This was in university, and he came out of the dorm room and went, "Fuck that guy, piece of shit," and he went back to studying. Wasn't even talking about Scott Summers.
Different thing.
Completely different thing. He just got angry through the walls of the dorm.
So what if I wore my Cyclops cosplay around Sean?
He wouldn't talk to you.
Oh my goodness. Like, how dare you?
He-Man versus TMNT. That's a thing? That's happening? I haven't read
TMNT.
I haven't read the solicits in a bit, so I don't know the things that are coming up.
Have you heard the VR Troopers are coming to the Boom universe to possibly team up with the new Power Rangers?
I did hear about that.
Really interesting.
VR Troopers is a blast from the past.
Victor, we were talking about some Absolute. We talked about the Absolute Batman issue number 2, and we talked about Absolute Superman issue number 1. But if you have anything that you would like to add or anything that you would like to discuss,
throw it up in chat.
We're still chatting with chat, so we'll be seeing what you'd say. But we did talk about it ourselves.
Kim Talk said them's fighting words.
Fighting words. I know. I know. I mean, I like Cyclops, but I mean, I like Cyclops and I like Wolverine. I don't think you got to pick. I think they're both good in their own ways. Okay. Whoa.
Whoa.
Keep
what
going
was
to
that?
the live scene.
Okay, so I don't want to spoil too much on
Okay,
this
so
comic
how far should I go?
because it's amazing.
Maybe just give us a page.
Yep. So I read this already.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And
What are your thoughts?
It's the new Ultimates versus the new Ultimate Hulk.
The Turtles of Grayskull variant cover. What?
And here we go.
Roton and Skeletor in the Turtles van. Oh, what?
The new
Low hit. That sounds sick.
The new Ultimate Hulk is also the Iron Fist of this universe. And is the ruler of the 7 capital cities of heaven. And it is one of the coolest things. If you're not reading Ultimates, you should read Ultimates. It's just a fantastic comic. One of the best things that Marvel is printing right now.
Other than Uncanny X-Men.
I mean, I haven't read it, so I can't speak to that.
Uncanny X-Men's pretty great, but I haven't read Ultimates, so I can't.
But other
speak to
than
it.
that, just
I've only seen bits and pieces,
Yeah.
and it's very good actually. I'm not trying to compete here with Ultimates.
So I got some words about this last issue.
Oh yeah, there are some words that you had. We were reading X-Men at the same time. I was reading NYX4, and Duck was reading X-Men issue number 7 by our boy
Jed McKay.
Jed McKay.
And art by
and our other boy.
Yeah, Ryan Stegman.
Ryan
The Steg Man.
Oh wait, this isn't by Stegman though.
Oh,
is
it's
it?
Parsons? Or Diaz?
Parsons? Diaz. This one's Diaz. But Stegman has been the main.
Sorry,
artist.
Stegman's the cover artist, I believe.
Yes, Stegman still is still on covers right now. Is Stegman just is off for a bit though?
Yeah, he's on and off this book.
Okay, he's doing a lot of things right now, I feel like, so.
I'm just going to give you guys fair warning right now because I want to get into this for just a second. But it's spoilery for this issue. And it's a thing that they're setting up moving forward in the X-Men universe. If you don't care, great. If you've already read it, great. If you don't want to hear it, just warning you now.
Maybe go away for
Maybe go away for like
a minute or two.
2 minutes. I just need to get this off my chest. So 3, 2, 1. In this issue, they set up why, if you haven't read this yet, Magneto's been flying around in a hover chair for a bit. Everyone thought he was just kind of being cool, being a badass, but then it's revealed that he actually no longer can control his powers. So, you find out that Magneto has degenerative resurrection disease, which means that anyone who's ever been resurrected by the Five during Krakoa, their body and / power control is slowly degenerating.
There's Glob still chilling.
Which means that anyone who's ever been resurrected potentially is going to run across this problem. Which I think is a
very
cool idea.
In fact, I will add that when resurrection protocols came into play, Duck and I literally, when we were reading that, we were discussing this idea of like, what if that becomes a huge thing?
What if that's a problem down the line?
Because then it'll be about, and then we were trying to keep track of who's been resurrected, who hasn't been. And then it got to a point where like basically almost everyone was resurrected. And we're like, oh, maybe that'll never happen. And then it ended and we were like, nothing happened with that, unfortunately.
The problem with this.
The problem with this specific.
I have no problem with the overall idea of there being a consequence to resurrections and being resurrected multiple times. The problem arises where Magneto was only resurrected by the protocols once. The second time he was resurrected was when Storm pulled him from hell, essentially, and gave him a new body, resurrected body.
This art is so good, too.
So I feel like that would nullify any of the resurrection protocol stuff because they basically gave him a new body with his old soul intact.
Yeah.
Unless somehow being resurrected through the resurrection protocols means that you just like a stain on your soul and that follows you no matter what they do. But the whole thing is they picked the one character in all mutantdom to be resurrected without
who
the
was
resurrection
not resurrected
protocols
with the resurrection protocols
to suffer from this degenerative
the last
disease.
time he was resurrected.
The last time, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like a little
However,
iffy
they
on
did
this.
mention the thing that I was saying that I thought was interesting, where they did acknowledge that he was only resurrected one time.
He's only
which
resurrected
it would
once.
imply, we think, that he's, well, I mean, they refer to the resurrection protocols. So he's talking about the resurrection protocols and that he was only resurrected that way once.
And that was after Inferno.
And you gotta think that they know about, like, Jed McKay knows about resurrection of Magneto, right? Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm using streamer. It's
So,
basically
there
MPOX.
could be something else
Basically MPOX
that
again.
we're missing from this, is what I think is gonna happen. But we'll
Because
see.
We needed another, something to screw over the mutants once more.
I like the idea of this a lot, and I will say I want to hold my judgment until we get a few more issues at least, because I feel like Jed McKay is going to explain that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Much like our, you know, not annual, but, you know, like every once in a while we get an epidemic, so do the mutants. So it's one thing that just only affects the mutants. So now it's this. Now it's the degenerative disease for
Yeah.
resurrections.
But I mean, I will say I think this is a little bit different than other ones in the sense that this is something that the mutants created themselves
But yeah, so anyway.
to like better themselves. Like it's kind of different, I feel like, than the other diseases that we've had. I mean, I guess like Apocalypse is involved, but that's not the same thing.
We also don't have anything to say about this, but Time Waits, another comic from DSTLRY. If you don't know DSTLRY, you should check them out. DSTLRY Comics, they do good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't read the first one yet, but this is it. Also, this is where the numbers are.
Yeah, on the side.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering when you go to get DSTLRY, see if my camera will even focus on this. Don't look at me, look at the number. Oh wait, it almost did it. Don't look at me, look at the number. It's because Duck's moving in the background.
Hey.
It can't focus on the number because you're moving in the background. You can see it, I think. Oh, there's too much movement in the frame. But anyways, that's where the number is. It's on the spine. It's right here.
Excuse me.
Now it won't focus on me. Duck, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Getting my water.
Oh my goodness.
Let me drink, woman.
Oh my goodness. Time waits. So I'm excited to read this. I think I'm really gonna like this. Oh, this one actually, it's on the cover. Just for this one.
But it's not always there.
They're always there. So if you're wondering when you pick up one of these and you're like, where the heck is the number? Because a lot of them don't have any numbers on the front. It's on the side, on the spine. Very tiny print. So make sure you potentially wear your reading spectacles if you need those. Is that it? Is that all our comics?
That's everything.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all
We got to do some more spins.
Yep.
Let's do some more spins. And then also, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, and then if you guys want to talk about anything for Agatha All Along, I don't know if we talked about the finale here in the chat, and it's been a while now, so I feel like we could talk about this without having to worry about spoilers. But
Fancy sips.
fancy sips. But if anyone is concerned about that,
Chris is at 7.
let me know. And that was for Chris. Thank you, Chris. And what was I going to say? And we could talk about the Penguin. The Penguin just finished.
Jeff Cuddles.
Jeff Cuddles. A Jeff for me.
That was more Fancy Sips.
Fancy sips.
5.
Sit-ups.
Four.
Sit-ups. I guess I'll do the sit-ups. Review.
Review.
Why don't you say a review while I do the sit-ups? So now
Okay.
we're at this.
3.
3? Okay. And then we can talk some shows, and then we'll finish off with the last few spins. What do you think? We got 8 left.
Yeah, we'll finish off the spins, and then we can get into talking about shows. So, yeah, quick review. Oh, Immortal Thor.
All right, I gotta do sit-ups.
By Al
Where's the
Ewing.
ball?
I moved it back in the room.
Oh.
So it was out of the way.
In the room?
Yeah, Immortal Thor, basically taking Thor a little bit back to his roots. Only difference is that he is the... Oh, God. You good?
Damn good.
He's the All-Father, but... Oh, let me move out of the way. People can see you do your sit-ups so they know it's real. And he has to fight the gods of the gods. Gods that are older than the gods themselves. They don't even know who these people are. The gods of Utgard. It's by Al Ewing, who did Immortal Hulk. If you like that comic, kind of in line with that. Not as cosmic horror-y, but still pretty horror-esque at times. But it's a lot more fun of a book than Immortal Thor was. Or, sorry, Immortal Hulk was. Immortal Thor, everyone. Read it. And yes, a lot of classic
The
villains
rock
return.
song.
Like Roxanne.
Rocks on Thor.
Sing mode activate.
All right. Let us sing about a thing. Does anyone also want to talk about Arcane Season 2? We just watched
Squat.
it. It was
I can do
good.
that. And then this is
You
last
do the
verse.
squat.
And then you can spin.
And then I can
So
spin.
we got 5 more for
I've got to
Mage.
do a review.
And then 5 spins for Mage.
Well, a review.
Yep.
Welcome to my review. I feel like Duck's knees or ankles cracking is like, we need to get this checked out. Like, this isn't good.
Look, years of hockey and football have royally messed up my knees.
Yeah. My knees are not good either, but they don't do that. I don't know. It's a different level, I guess. Different vibe.
You didn't play sports ball.
I played some sports ball, but I played soccer.
How many years?
Don't give me that. How many years? A bit. I gotta spin this, but
Yeah.
I need a review.
bit.
What should I review? What have I read lately? What have I read lately? I mean, what have I read lately? Exceptional X-Men, issue number 2. Talk about that. I
was like,
filmed the whole
I was like,
review on
are you
it.
good? Your brain. Review.
What
Okay.
have I read
Here,
lately?
I'll give you an easy one. I'll give you a layup.
Okay. What are you giving me?
One Piece.
Oh, I mean, One Piece is a lot to review.
Everything that you read
that
so
I've read
far.
up to this point.
General thoughts.
So Arlong Park. See, I was thinking about One Piece, but then because I was like, I've been reading a lot of One Piece, but I was like, don't talk about One Piece. You always talk about it.
You don't have to get specific. Just give it a general.
So we're up to the part where we're at Arlong Park right now. Arlong is there. We're in that fight, and I gotta say, One Piece. One Piece is like, there's everything else that I've read for manga, and then there's One Piece. It's in its own lane. It's in its own lane. And I don't know why it took me so long to read this manga,
Yeah, amusing. She just started.
but I'm committed to finishing this manga, which, yeah, a lot of people have said to me, how did you just start? You can't just read it now. And I'm like, I'm doing it, and it's already happening. And I'm already almost 100 chapters in, so I'm almost like, what is that, like 1/11th, 1/10 of the way?
Over 1,000 chapters.
Yeah. So 1/10 of the way.
So let me check. Let me give you the actual
Just a little
number
under.
here.
10%. Yeah, what's the actual number? I thought we were on 1,100 and something, but maybe I'm wrong.
We were at 1,131.
Okay, 131. So I'm at like chapter 82. So
Not even close, baby.
no, but if I do a chapter a day minimum, and then sometimes when I'm feeling spicy, I read more. And I feel like probably by next year I'll probably be caught back up. And then by that time it might already be done because we're kind of getting.
Oh no.
You don't think so? There's a lot more to. I thought people
We're-
were saying that Oda was ending it soon.
We're in the final arc. I'll give you an example. When I think it was Bleach announced the 1,000-year blood war. I think that lasted what, 8 years?
But maybe I'll be caught up to the point where I'll actually be like caught up to that final bit potentially by next year.
We got lots to go still.
Oh, okay,
We're winding
so-
down, but there's still manga is somewhat weekly,
Yeah.
but then you have
But sometimes
some weeks off.
So my thing is, by the time that I get caught up, I guess we'll still probably be going, but we'll be in the final throes. But I'll at least be there for that final bit, so that should be fun. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. I think that if you haven't read One Piece, you should read One Piece. And if you are reading One Piece, good job. And if you haven't read it and you're like me and you're thinking, wow, well, that's a lot of stuff. I don't know if I should read that. And I don't know if that's possible. You can do it. Just believe in yourself. It's not that much to read. And it's a lovely journey. I'm just enjoying the journey, honestly. A lot of people also stop me when I'm reading it. Now I'm just talking about it. This is basically what my video is going to be. But a lot of people have stopped me while reading it.
One Piece video coming
interacted with a lot of lovely One Piece fans who are both concerned that I'm reading it right now and also seemingly delighted that I'm starting my journey. Still really hard to find ones.
I got another review.
All right, another review.
Yeah, so I talked about Immortal Thor, and I'll talk about Immortal Hulk, because if you haven't read Immortal Hulk, what are you doing? Immortal Hulk, probably the best Hulk series to come out, probably tied in my brain with World War Hulk and that whole series. Sorry, not World War Hulk, Planet Hulk, and then that leads into World War Hulk. Anyway, even the Maestro stuff, Future Imperfect, that's right up here, and this is a whole 50-issue series. It's dark, it's horror, it explains, it gives a new explanation of why Gamma Power is the way that it is. It is... Yeah, at the time, it was the must-read comic every single month that it came out. I couldn't wait for more Immortal Hulk. It's a huge cast of characters, all of which matter. It gave fresh new takes on people who hadn't had good shit done for them in years. Like Rick Jones.
Rick Jones.
For example. Who at this
Rick
point
Jones.
have been dead.
Well, Rick Jones,
he died
went through some terrible
during
shit.
Secret Empire.
Yeah.
For like next to no reason. But anyway.
Yeah,
probably
never forget
one
Rick
of the
Jones.
best comics of the last decade. For sure.
Yeah, also people, I was reading some of these comments while you were talking about that.
Oh,
yeah. Critter Nation was saying Dune Prophecy is coming out this Sunday too. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Critter Nation was saying, I don't think we got enough Jinx yet in Arcane Season 2. And I will say, Critter Nation, I think Act 2 is probably going to have a lot.
I think
if
we're
you're
about to have a lot of
fan.
Jinx, yeah.
'Cause I think Act 2 is going to be very Jinx focused. So I think that was intentional.
Yeah, for a guy who started off as a human, Rick Jones has lived a crazy life. That man needs therapy.
More Jeff cuddles. Jeff is getting so much love today. Thank you, Mage, for passing this love on to Jeff. Random yoga. 2 more.
Yeah, this is 2 more.
Random yoga, Jeff cuddles. Positive affirmation. Do you want to do a positive affirmation for me?
Nah, you're better. You're better at doing it.
I'll do it then. Emote only.
And then this is the last one. Squats.
So we got a random yoga, Jeff cuddles.
Squats.
You take a Jeff.
I will cuddle Jeff.
I take
as
a
I
Jeff.
Squat.
And I'll do the random yoga. Is that what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do a positive affirmation from H. Oh, we got to do an emote only mode.
Wait, before you put on emotes only.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff squats. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Jeff squats.
This is the time of the stream where I take my leave.
Oh, okay. Bye, Duck.
Everyone, have a good night. Enjoy spoiler talk with all the different shows.
Yeah.
But also emote only mode.
Emote only mode. Although you could actually talk about these shows today. You all of these ones you know about. Don't forget to take your mic off.
Oh, thank you. Goodbye, everyone. I love you all. So sweaty.
Emote only mode. Here you come. You show me those Jeffs in the chat for all those that are members or subscribers over on the Twitch channel. Justice League Crisis 2024 Part 3 is on HBO now. Review. People have been asking me about Justice League Crisis. I haven't watched any of it. I got to go back and watch all that. Not really.
Crisis on Infinite Ducks.
Crisis on Infinite Ducks. But yeah, I mean, I'm down. I got to check it out. the problem is, I got too many things that I want to talk about. This is the problem with being the way that I am. Not that there's anything wrong with the way that I am. Well, there kind of is something wrong. I like too many nerdy things, and then I can only upload so many things in a day because otherwise YouTube thinks I'm spamming. So that's a whole thing. Okay, we need a random yoga pose. Let's see. Generate. Net bearer bond. Interesting. Okay, so this is kind of like this. So I got to put. Can you guys see me? You can see me. Okay, wait. Not now. You can't. Maybe I can just do it here. Can I do it here? Do I have enough space? So I got to put like a leg here. How am I doing this? I should probably go the other way. You take one hand, you put it down. It's basically like we're doing one of these, and then we're lifting our leg up. It's really hard though, because I got to straighten my leg. Ooh, that is, ooh, I felt that in my hip. Definitely did not get into that pose in a graceful way. May as well even it out by messing up the other side. And at least I'm balanced. But I think the way you want to get into this, because you have, oh, your foot is forward. That's changing everything. Oh, that was my hip. Now I'm the one cracking. Your hands are straight like this. Whoa. Balancing act on one foot here and one hand. It feels like I was preparing for a cartwheel. I don't know how to cartwheel, but if I did, I think that that would be some sort of position that would be involved in the cartwheel process. All right. I'll take you guys off emote only chat. Thank you for all the Jeffs. You're free now. And thank you to everyone that subbed, gifted subs, threw bits. I hope you guys enjoyed the wheel spins. I know they're a bit of chaos, but hopefully the chaos is fun for y'all. It's fun for me. Wait, why did Duck leave? Who texted him? Is he secretly Batman? I cannot confirm or deny whether or not he is Batman. Duck seems like a knowledgeable fellow comics fan. Yes, you guys should check out Duck, by the way, as well. You should check out Cruel Universe. Duck would be delighted, I'm sure, if you did. Even though he does not work for Oni, but he could. He has such a passion for the fact that they're bringing back EC, and I also am excited to check it out as soon as Duck is done, and then I can finally get my hands on that. But yeah, if you want to check out Duck, that is a link to his YouTube channel. That is a link to his Twitch channel. He's on Twitch. He's on YouTube. He's on Twitter. Uptown Duck, I think 3 zeros on YouTube. Uptown Duck just straight up on Twitch. And then Uptown Duck 2 zeros on Twitter. And although his name is 2 zeros on YouTube, if the actual @ is 3 zeros. So that's if you're searching it. And his picture is just of a duck with a top hat. That is Duck. So yes, thank you. He is super knowledgeable. And I was very lucky to work with him during my time at Most Amazing and Top 10 Nerd. Duck, can I say what you did? What do you do? Duck was a channel manager for Top 10 Nerd during my time there. Not all of my time there. There were a few different managers, but Duck was the last manager that I worked with. And for a while. How long did you manage for? 2020? Before COVID. And then after. Right? Yeah. Duck is not Batman, he's Duckman. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Duckman. Possible. Possible, Joker. It's a good strategy. This is a good strategy. This is a good theory. It's a good theory. Duck quacked us all up. Duck is great. Duck is awesome. Happy to talk about Duck. Almost as knowledgeable as me, Amanda. Duck is pretty knowledgeable, yeah. Almost as knowledgeable as you, Steve. Almost. But you probably take it. Yeah, he's great. Has anyone seen him and Batman in the same room at the same time? No comment. No comment on that one. Oh, thank you, Lohit. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. Thanks for subbing to Duck. Yeah, Duck isn't making regular content right now, but I would definitely recommend you guys follow, sub. Duck will be making content. Duck helps me with a lot of the content on my channel. So there's a lot of stuff here that Duck influences and suggests, and just we come up with a lot of ideas together. Duck is literally, I don't know what I would do without Duck, honestly. I would be half of what I am, I think. Potentially. Maybe not half of what I am, but I feel like half of my potential would be missing, basically. Who would you want to investigate crime with? Batman, Elongated Man, or the Riddler? Ooh, I'll go with Elongated Man. Duck is not Batman. He is Darkwing. Duckman? Okay, so you're going to bed? No worries, James. Have a good night. So does anyone want to talk about anything that's happening with... I'm just going to start talking about stuff. I'm going to talk a little bit about Agatha. I'm going to talk a little bit about Penguin. I'm going to talk a little bit about Arcane. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Let's do Agatha, Arcane, Penguin. So let's start with Agatha. So basically, I just wanted to use this as kind of a final opportunity for people to get the kumbayas out, or whatever they want to talk about, you know, in terms of this show. Because this show, I think, you know, the more that I reflect on this show, the more I see things that I just really love about this show. And I just think it's such a strong piece. And I love that it wasn't like pressured to be anything. And I think the power of Agatha All Along is really that I don't think the studio was expecting it to be this whole thing. Like, they didn't give up on it. They were still promoting it, you know, but they didn't vice grip it to the point that it became something that it just wasn't. It just got to tell a story, get in, say the things it want, build some stuff for maybe some other people to pick up pieces of, and say what it wanted to say. And it wasn't so concerned with necessarily a greater structure, but it didn't ignore the greater structure. It's just that perfect balance. And I just feel like I'm so happy that this show got to exist and got to have, I think, a level of creative freedom that we maybe haven't seen for some other MCU projects of late. You know, not that I know everything that happens behind the scenes, but I definitely feel like sometimes creatives are steered in a specific direction for purposes of the studio and stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah. That's my thoughts on that. Duckman is a cartoon. Duckman is a cartoon. So he has 3 sons in 2 bodies. 3 sons in 2 bodies? He is, so there are 3 sons in 2 bodies. 3 sons. Are you talking about for Agatha? I finished Penguin. I'm glad that you finished it, Steve. What did you think? Yay to everything. Thank you. I got the Darkwing Duck reference that you said before. I don't want Agatha spoiled, so bye. No worries, Just Rob. No worries. You gotta watch it. Highly recommend. Definitely avoid the internet. There's some crazy spoilers out there, I'm sure. Do you think we get season 2 for Penguin? No, I think Penguin is just going to be 1 season. I think that was the intention behind it, but I haven't really looked too much into the behind the scenes on it, only a little bit here and there. So I'd have to do some fact checking to confirm, but I think it's just supposed to be 1 season. I think it told the story it needed to tell, honestly. I mean, you could do another season of it. I just don't think it's necessary, but you could probably. I think it's going to tie into what we're getting in the next Batman movie and beyond. And hopefully this won't be the end that we see of the Penguin, though. Agatha was okay. Wasn't the biggest fan, but I thought it was fine. Not as good as WandaVision. See, I actually think, okay, so WandaVision is one of my favorite, like, Marvel shows. It's so good. But I think Agatha was a really good successor, and I think it surprised me in terms of where it ultimately ended up taking us. And I think it just was a good successor in the sense of taking us on a similar but different journey. Similar in some ways, unpredictable in some ways, making us question everything in other ways, but ultimately telling a different story and focusing on different characters and different elements and emotions connected to those characters. Amanda All Along. Was it me? I don't know if it was me all along. Was it KO Joe? Lohit says, so I love the Arcane Season 2 soundtrack. Linkin Park, Heavy is the Crown, so good. Heavy is the Crown is really good. I agree, I agree. I mean, I love how Arcane also sometimes just feels like I'm watching like a bunch of like League music videos. I think that's amazing. And the fact that Arcane, every single frame, like you could pause that show anywhere, and the frames, every pause moment is freaking stunning. Apparently, this is like the most expensive animated series to like ever be produced as well, and it shows. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous series. Lohit says, I'm not super into Agatha, but I like that Down the Witch's Road Maiden Mother Crone song. Nice, Lohit. Yeah, did you watch the show and it wasn't, didn't really pull you in, but you like the song? I mean, the people that did the song are the same people that did Frozen in terms of the music, also did the WandaVision jingle. So yeah, they are a great, they're a great couple of musical creators. What do you call that? People that write music. They make good music. I'm good, Anthony. How are you? Dude, Vic, tragic, tragic. Yeah, Lohit, I never thought that was going to happen myself. But definitely not happening now, I would say, based on where that show ended up. Vamp Girl and Duckman, Canada's dynamic duo. Oh my goodness, if we were comic book characters. Penguin is a limited show for now, but Matt Reeves already mentioned that they are open to a season 2, provided they have a good story to tell post-Batman 2. Yeah, there you go. That's, Matt Reeves took the words out of my mouth. That's what I would say that you do with that show, personally. So I agree with that sentiment. And I think, yeah, if they have a good story, come back and give us a season 2. But I was very content with season 1. And I think, you know, sometimes when you overdo it, you run the risk of ruining what you told before. So that is also a concern for me. It's just if we do season 2, it's got to be really good. Otto said, I tried Agatha, but couldn't get into it. I didn't finish the first episode. Oh, wow. Well, I would say if you feel like going back to it, I would recommend giving it another go. Because the first episode is very different than the rest of the show. For sure. And it might surprise you the further down you get. But you might need a bit of time to cook in it. So I get it. I get that. How about Count Duckula? Count Duckula, oh my goodness. Count Duckula, is that like us as a duo together? Count Duckula? Is Penguin chill or just ice cold? Definitely ice cold. Based on this season. So about Thunderbolts, what do you think? What do I think? I mean, Chris, I've definitely done some reactions for the Thunderbolts trailers. I've kind of talked about some of my thoughts on that. But I think Thunderbolts is going to be amazing, honestly. I'm really excited for Thunderbolts. Like, I was already kind of excited about it when they announced the lineup for that and the fact they were even doing a Thunderbolts movie. I just thought that's so, like, weird. I don't know, but I also love, you know me, I like weird stuff. I don't know if you guys know this about me. If you're new, hello, I'm Amanda. You can call me Vamp if you like. And I like weird stuff. And what I mean by that is I usually tend to like teams that are not always like the most popular teams. I like these weirdos that are on the fringes. So Thunderbolts feels like it's going to be a film for me. It's giving me a little bit of Guardians vibes, but not in a bad way, in a good way. So I don't mean that as like it's a carbon copy or anything, but I am getting some of that sense from it. And I think some other people are too, but I don't think it's bad. But I also liked Guardians. And I know maybe not everyone liked Guardians. I think it's actually going to get really dark, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be, I think it's going to be funny, but I think it's going to be a very dark humor movie. I hope it is, because I feel like that would fit the tone really well. Joel, hello, how's it going? What's up, Joel? How are you doing? Everyone say hi to my friend Joel in chat. Hi, Joel. Weird stuff? No such thing. We've never seen any weird stuff. Dr. Doom says, same. I'm into the lesser-known characters and stories. Dr. Doom, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not surprised that Dr. Doom would be coming in, hyping up, you know, some of the little fries that we have. But yeah, I mean, you know, there's a reason why, like, I was super hyped about a Dazzler miniseries. Although now I'm feeling a little, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm still here for it. Still think Jason Liu is doing a good job. I wish it wasn't a mini. I really wish that they had just said, we're just going to do this, and we're just going to give it, like, at least 20 issues. Because I really think for Dazzler, you need those 20 issues to really tell, like, a nuanced story. And some of the nuance is not as nuancy. It's going good. I'm glad to hear it. The Night Shift is my favorite villain team. Nice. Nice, Steve. There you go. The Night Shift. Oh my goodness. There's going to be an Aubrey Plaza death cover for Scarlet Witch. I know. I know, Lowhit. I heard about this. Duck and I were talking about this. I need to get it. I need to get it. I've been collecting Scarlet Witch. I need to get caught up on my Scarlet Witch. I need to read the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver mini first and then get caught up on the current run. But I read the previous run, and I'm excited because I really liked the previous run. My old ass on Prime today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I saw ads for that. I think I'll probably really like it. Penguin is a limited show. Yeah. All right, well, I mean, what else did I need to talk about? I mean, we could talk about, okay, so Arcane, here are my words on Arcane. Arcane, I cannot wait to do my first Act 1 review. I am loving it, and I don't know why, but I really wanted Annie to be the music at the end, but now I don't think Annie is the music at the end. I just really love Annie as a champion. But I don't think Annie's going to be in it, so never mind that theory. However, I will say I did call some stuff in episode 1 that was revealed in episode 3. I don't want to spoil anything for those that haven't seen it, but I'll be talking about it more in my review. But there was like a literal moment, and I was telling Duck about it when we were watching, and I was just saying, like, I already knew this was going to happen. Like, here's what I think is going to happen. And then Duck was like, well, I already know, because I've watched, and we were rewatching episode 3 together. And then I was correct, and I showed Duck the moment that I knew, and it was all the way back in episode 1. It was great. Did I see the trailer for Red One? I did. I did see the trailer for Red One. I saw the first trailer, and I was kind of like, but then I saw the second trailer, and I was kind of like, oh. So, I don't know. That's basically where I'm at. I was like, and now I'm like, oh. So I'm not fully convinced on it, but I'll probably see it. And also, I love, like, a Christmas movie. We all love a Christmas movie. I'm really excited for Wicked is coming out soon. Wicked is actually coming out, I think, on my birthday. But we're going to see it before my birthday. Like, my actual birthday. So. Yo, Joel. Somar, nice. Thank you. But yes. So, with Arcane, it's gorgeous. I'm excited to see where it goes. I will say, I feel like these episodes, it was a little bit more of like not a slow burn, but it was kind of like steady wins the race the first 2 episodes, and then episode 3 just like goes. Episode 3 was definitely my favorites of the 3. But you know, it's also like the end of Act 1, so that makes sense to me. Would you and Duck use powers or gadgets? It's a good question. I think I would have powers. Duck might be a gadget person. I don't know. Would Duck have powers? Maybe. Maybe. Scorpios for life. Yes. There's a lot of November babies actually in chat. Weirdly. We have a lot of November-born people. Scorpios stick together, I guess? I don't know. Technically, I'm a cusp-born, so I'm a Scorpio Sagittarius. You read Transformers G.I. Joe... Have I read Transformers G.I. Joe team-up comics? Are you talking about the Energon universe, Somar? Or are you talking about an older comic where they teamed up? Like the current stuff? Like with Image? We were just talking about that. I have read none of it yet, but Duck is reading Transformers, and I have all the G.I. Joe comics, so I will be reading it, and I have been collecting all of them, so I have all of the Image stuff, if that's what you're talking about. Powers is the way to go, says Corey. I don't know. Is Powers the way to go? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I think both have pros and both have cons. But Duck is a big Batman fan, so I wonder if he would go gadgets just to, like, live that Batman life. Maybe minus all the bad stuff, but, you know, in terms of the gadgets and the training. There is also a Blackjack Santa movie where he plays Satan that looks funny. Wait, is that coming out also around Christmas? I haven't seen that. What comic started it all for you? What comic started it all for me? Probably the Archie comics started it all for me. Like way back. Reading Archie comics, double digests, and the like, was where I started. But I mean, like, in terms of superheroes, that would either be the Batman movies, maybe, or the X-Men animated series for me. Started that. I also really love the 60s Spider-Man cartoon. Really love the 60s Spider-Man cartoon. I don't really know why. I just do. Just is what it is. No, it's kind of an interesting pick, maybe, for some. What comic started it all for you, Dokno? I think Jinx would tread the chaotic neutral, but somewhere down the road in seasons 3 or 4, she'll be the chaotic evil we all know. Yeah, I think that she's actually going to be good. Actually, I'm going to go the opposite way with you, Chris. I think this is where we see Jinx actually become a hero, weirdly. An unlikely hero against all odds. And where we actually get to see some redemption for her. And her being a Jinx not being a bad thing necessarily all the time. And I wonder even if there might be some reconciliation. Maybe not, but maybe yes. Tomar says, I heard there are comics and they're in both of them, like it's a crossover. The reason I ask is because there's a Transformers G.I. Joe movie on the way, so I want to be familiar with the reasons they team up. I don't know if it's going to be related. The movie is going to be related to the comics. I actually do know some people at Hasbro. I don't know anyone that's in that department, but I did ask that question, and the answer I was given was I don't know about that. So I don't know if there's actually going to be a connection between the comics and the movies when they come out. I'm not sure about that. But I will say is, yeah, that's at Image Comics. It's called the Energon Universe. It is happening. Those are the comics I've been collecting and the comics that Duck has been collecting, and we've each chosen a side to read. There has been some crossover, but we haven't gotten into like the big crossover stuff just yet, as far as I know, because right now they're still just kind of introducing both. Although I think the Joes are in Transformers, and probably it's going to be vice versa as well a bit. But I'm sure down the line, we're also going to get like a massive like event with them. Energon event. Helen of Windhorn is a great series. Helen of Windhorn? Yes, you've been saying this. And I told you, Steve, that I've been seeing it. And even before you were saying this, I was like, what is this? It's like drawn into it. Yeah. You have all the 60 Spider-Man in one DVD set. See, this is why we're friends, Steve. You and me. This is why we get along. Because we both love 60 Spider-Man. I forgot they teased that in the last movie. Yes, they did. They did. I think there's going to be some team-up stuff. What do you think of the slot machine arm? Bye. I don't know. Are you leaving, Joker? Is that what you're leaving with? Interesting. Carl, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. You don't subscribe to space racism. What does that mean, OG good nerdy guy? But I am a Virgo. Okay. Okay. You mean because everyone's separated into different star signs? I don't think that means that we have to, like, hate each other. Unless, is there something inherently racist about astrology that I didn't know about? Let me know. Now I'm curious. 60 Spider-Man is an all-Canadian production. Maybe this is why I love it. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's the Canadian elements that I sensed when I first watched 60 Spider-Man. Well, at least 60 Spider-Man could punch people, unlike the 90s one. 90s Spider-Man didn't punch people? Is that true? Not in the comics, I'm assuming you're talking Cam Shaft. You mean in the show? I wasn't big into the 90s Spider-Man show. I was more into the X-Men, but... Did he never punch anyone in that show? Someone needs to confirm or deny this. Please. I need the deets on that. All right, Penguin. Let's talk about Penguin. So Penguin, I mean, I can't wait to do my full review on the show. I can't wait to talk about shows this year. This was one of my best shows this year, and for good reason. And it might be one of my best shows ever, guys. It might be one of my favorite superhero shows of all time. It's so freaking good. And there is so much nuance and level. There's so much attention to detail. There are so many amazing things that are explored in this show, and just it has some of the best acting, like some of the best acting, period, end of statement, the end, and writing that I've seen in a while. Not to say that we haven't had amazing shows, because we have, but this is just like, I feel like there's like shows and then there's the Penguin. I mean, I know this is a weird thing, but it's like one of those things where it's like, there's TV and then there's HBO, man. But I really feel that with the Penguin. We'll see if Dune Prophecy can continue to carry the torch for HBO, since that's my next HBO series I think I'm going to be watching. Chris said he did, but it was bad. It wasn't good. Oh, it didn't look good? Or it just didn't, it wasn't good. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of 90s Spider-Man. He wasn't allowed to punch people. Okay. So Chris is saying he did, but it was bad. And Cam is saying it doesn't happen. Ugh. Please, no political messages in the chat. Thank you. We're here to talk about comics. Not here to talk about politics. Also, I'm Canadian, so not relevant. And also, just don't talk about politics. Thank you. Now I gotta watch the last episode. Be back in 40. All right, go watch the last episode. Be back in an hour 10 if it's Penguin. It was long. It was a long guy. I think he meant the 60s Spider-Man did punch people, but it was bad. Oh. Chris, is that what you meant? It's kind of a joke. Neil deGrasse Tyson calls zodiac signs space racism because of all the non-science biased personality stuff. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was like actually a thing. Okay, that does sound like a thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson would say, honestly. That sounds about right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it is, I don't really follow it particularly, but I do find it interesting. And I think any form of introspection can actually be quite good. Although I think the problem with a lot of personality things in that regard is that when you take them and then you just say like, so therefore I am this, as opposed to exploring like, who am I? And like, does this speak to me or does it not speak to me? Why? Why not? Then that's where it can be like not as good. But I do think, you know, things like personality tests and star signs and whatever you want, numerology, all these things allow us to reflect on who we feel we are, which is, I think, good inherently. I think people should reflect more on themselves because, trust me, a lot of people do not, and they don't even understand. Some people don't even know. I'll have conversations with people and they'll say, oh, I really hated this thing. And I'll say, why did you hate it? And like, some people can't even tell me like why they don't like something or why they do like something. They're just like, I just do. And I'm like, what do you mean you just do? There's reasons that we feel certain ways. I think it would make the world a bit of a better place. And it would definitely make communication, I think, better for people if they understood themselves and also understand yourself in relation to the world at large. So I feel like, but I mean, at the same time, is astrology real? I don't know about that, but it can allow us to reflect. It's the same thing with, you know, tarot. Like, tarot is just, we're just pulling cards, but it's kind of like what you see in the cards. and how you feel it speaks to people. So it's not science, but it's something. It's something, but it's definitely not science. That's for sure. Oh no, I missed 2 hours. So I was watching a different train. You're watching a different train, a different stream? And I wanted to watch this stream to know more about the absolutes. Well, the good news is, Ricardo, I have a bunch of videos on the absolute comics. So if you want to hear more about them, you can. If you want to ask me anything before we wind up tonight, we can. Just let me know. But Scorpios for life. Okay, now I'm gone. All right, Loet. Goodbye. Also, yes, Scorpios for life. You don't take that stuff seriously? I mean, yeah, like I said, you don't have to take it seriously. I'm not saying to take it seriously necessarily. I'm just saying anything that provides a sense of introspection, I think can be good in general for people. Just in terms of psychologically speaking, I think it can be helpful to self-reflect. And I think something that astrology can allow us to do is do some self-reflection, depending on, like I said, your approach to things like astrology, numerology, tarot, any of those things. Some people might not even like that. I just lumped those all in one category, but I did. But yeah, I mean, as long as you feel that like introspection, I mean, not even as long as you feel, you're allowed to feel whatever you want about introspection. I'm not going to tell you how to feel. But I feel like introspection can be good, whether it's in regards to those things or not. Or, you know, therapy, or, you know, just journaling, or any tool that you can use to really look into yourself. This became a totally different chat, but I'm kind of here for it. I kind of like it. But yeah, if you have any questions, Ricardo, about Absolute, please feel free to ask me. Like I said, I do have a whole bunch of videos on it. I actually just created an Absolute playlist recently as well on YouTube. So if you go into my playlist section on YouTube, you will actually see there's a Absolute DC one there now. So pretty exciting stuff. Pretty exciting stuff. Chemdog says, I don't hate anything. There are just things I prefer. That is a good way to live life. I also try to not hate things. I just think hate is a very strong word. And so I think before I hate something, I better really make sure it's something that I think is despicable. It's got to be at that level. What about retrospection? No, not retrospection. Introspection. Looking within yourself. Retrospect is a totally different thing. That's more like looking behind yourself, looking back at stuff. Retrospect. Something to listen to while I'm mowing the yard or painting. Yeah, you can put it on while you're doing that. I have reviews on each one where I talk about it. And then I also have some videos before it came out where I was just talking about the idea of what it is. I think a little bit about All In. So there's some content out there for you. Or if you have questions now, feel free to ask. Hey Josh, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. No worries, OG Nerdy Guy. No worries. I'm sorry if there are times when you are joking, and also I don't know. It's just hard for me to discern through text. Not having a tone of voice attached to text can be challenging, I find, for me. Probably also for a lot of people. So, if you ever say something and you're joking and I take it seriously, please don't take that seriously. Feel free to just explain to me that it's a joke. There are things that will go over my head as a result. I am just a nerd that makes jokes and cooks. That's all I am. That's all I want to be. That's great. That's great. You know what you want to be, and you're doing it. That's the best thing you can do. Which classic Who stories have I seen? I have seen, I couldn't tell you right now off the top of my head, Chemdog, but I've seen a few Tom Baker stories. But trying to think like who was in it. I'm mostly just remembering Tom Baker, so that's not very helpful. Yeah, it was a while ago though, like probably more at this point in time. What year is it right now? We're in 2024? This probably would have been about like 6 or 7 years ago, so I can't remember off the top of my head. But I did seek some out when I was kind of getting into Doctor Who. That would have been probably like 2016. Actually, maybe it was like 2014, 2016. So maybe it was even longer. Maybe it might have been like a decade ago that I watched. Dang. And as I was catching up with everything, then I had a craving to like go back and check out some classic Who. And I didn't really feel like a strong compulsion to finish all of it, but I do want to go back and watch it because I do think I would like it. I mean, I did enjoy what I watched, but I didn't really feel like I had to finish it. You know what I mean? Like it didn't have the same hooks in me as modern Who. Genesis of the Daleks, perhaps? Perhaps. There could have been Daleks in it. There could have been Daleks. What happens in Genesis of the Daleks? All right. Good luck. Good luck on trying to like Supernatural. I hope your rewatch goes well for you. I have heard with Supernatural, it's best to just start at season 2. People said that season 1 isn't as good, and you can just skip it. That's what people have said to me. Or even, what do people say? Or even like maybe season 3? So I think it gets better as you go. That's the hard thing with Supernatural. So you got to make it through the beginning. They're all on Tubi TV right now? Yeah, I don't know about Tubi TV. Is Tubi TV just a website? You talk about it a lot, KO Joe, but I don't know. Is it like a subscription service? Do we even get it in Canada? Oh, The Road is on here. Is it free or is it paid? Watch now free. What? No way. No way. You can just watch things for free? That's cool. It's free. How do they do that? Is it legal? Is it legal? It looks pretty legit, honestly. First appearance of Davros. Oh, you know what? I think I did watch that one, actually. Because I think I remember being like, oh my gosh. That's probably what I watched. I think you're correct. Hi, Marvel Man. How's it going? Streaming site, but it's free. Has ads, though. That's fine. Ads, but you get free stuff. I mean, I guess it's not free in the sense that you got to watch an ad, but that's how they make their money so that they can make things free and you don't have to actually pay for it. You pay with your time and your attention. Or not your attention. You can just mute the ad and walk away for that whatever seconds if you don't want to look at an ad. You just make an account. It is Buffy too. Oh, nice. Cool. It's just older stuff. Makes sense. Makes sense. And it has commercials. Yo, I gotta check it out. Joe, thank you for bringing this up multiple times. And I'm sorry that I'm only asking you now about it. I was like, I don't know what that is every time. I was like, what is Tubi TV? You mention it a lot. All right, friends. Well, speaking of a lot, I have done a lot of things today. And my voice, my throat is feeling the talking that I've done today. I feel like I've done a lot of talking. I still have to film some reaction videos as well because I got to put something up tonight on the channel on YouTube for the main videos. So I'm gonna, I think, head out and I'm gonna film some stuff. You don't really need an account. Yeah, that's really cool. I clicked The Road and it just started playing it and I was like, whoa, better make sure my audio isn't on, otherwise I'll be struck for copyright. But very, very cool stuff. Let's see here. Do we wanna give anybody a raid? But I'll be back. I'll be back Friday at 5 p.m.-ish, somewhere around that time. We're going to be playing Bigfoot with Uptown Duck and Lucy McPhee. You all know Lucy, and if you don't know Lucy, you're about to. And it's going to be really fun, and it's a really fun game. And we played it before, but we never played it on stream. We played it together, and I recorded that session. And if this does amazingly, I'll drop that somewhere maybe, or maybe put it up for members only. I don't know. We'll do something with it. I have footage. It should get used at some point. So that is something we're going to be doing on Friday. And then on Saturday, it will be my birthday subathon. So please come back for that. I will be streaming for 13 hours minimum. It might go longer. I'm going to start at 1 p.m. And then my next stream will probably be, I'm going to give myself Sunday off after that. And then my next stream will probably be Monday at 9 a.m. unless we're still doing the subathon, and then it won't be because I'll be doing the subathon. Or well, then it will be because I'll be doing the subathon. I don't know if we'll stream that long, but you never know what'll happen in a subathon. You got to be prepared for all outcomes. Let's see. What do we got here? Who's streaming right now? We got We could raid in maybe to Jason Charles Miller. Do you guys know JCM? He's an amazing musician, big in the D&D community, just a cool dude as well. I did the G.I. Joe tabletop role-playing game with him, so we could raid in there. We could raid into Bonds, who is playing Everhome. I don't know. What is Everhome? We could raid into Remy and do some more music. Got my friend Tawe, who is playing some retro games. She's also awesome. Oh, look at this. What is Everhome that Bonds is playing? Does anyone have a preference? I don't see any preferences. I mean, I clicked Bonds because I was curious. Bonds has been streaming for 2 hours. Let's raid into Bonds. Oh, she's playing a cute little game called Everhome. Oh, this actually looks adorable. Now I'm curious. So I want to raid in so I can check it out. So we'll do a little raid over there for those of you that are watching over on Twitch. For those of you that are watching over on YouTube, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you Friday, hopefully, evening. I'll see you Saturday, forever. It'll be my birthday, and we're gonna be raising some funds for when I go to London. Duck and I are gonna go visit Lucy. So there'll be a lot of cool stuff going on. There'll be cosplay. There'll be probably some giveaways. Lots of cool stuff. So come by and check it out. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. See you later. Good night. All right. Stay nerdy, everybody. Bye. Raid, 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 raid. And for those of you that are still watching on YouTube, I'm just making sure the raid went through. It did go through. So now it means that it is time for us to go. To go away. So adios, everyone. Bon nuit. Bon nuit. Man, I question my